Good evening, everyone, and welcome to PAPAtv Live. We are broadcasting live from the super secret candy room here at Papa facility here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. My name is Fred Cochran. To my left is Pete Hendricks. To my right is Priyoka Koshar. How is everyone?
Great.
Doing great.
Yeah, and tonight we are going to be streaming Willy Wonka tonight. And I know a couple people in the last couple of days have streamed this, but it's our turn now. And we're real excited to have a slew of players here tonight. I think we have like 10 people here playing tonight. Chris Stevens is going to start us off here shortly. But James Coons is with us as always. Jake Kolajaychik, Colin Dundas, Tia Roberts, Rob Sneed, Jeff Nieport. The Oompa Loompa himself, Evan Bookbinder, is going to be here. He's going to be maybe dressing up in an Oompa Loompa outfit.
One can hope.
If he turns orange, it's going to be the most glorious thing in the world. He just told me I'm number one. That's pretty cool.
But not necessary.
But not necessarily. So if you haven't had a chance to see this game, it's very decorative and bright like Jersey Jack games are. I love the colors that they do in these games. There's a lot to look at, and there's a lot to absorb. And Chris is playing his second ball, I think, on this game right now.
I actually played one full game at Helicon Brewery, so
Okay.
This is ball number 5.
This is ball number 5. So we are real excited to see what everyone can do with this game. It is new. We're going to try to talk to people about what we know about the game and what people in the chat can help us with, which is great.
Yeah, because I don't know anything.
We don't know anything, but
Ready, though.
Chris already plunged. And,
Oh, yeah, couldn't hold myself. I'm sorry.
Didn't get the skill shot, but there goes Chris's face in bubbles right there.
That's so creepy.
Which is really cool. Jake and I saw that yesterday, and we just started laughing because our face washed across the screen in bubbles.
I actually like that the graphics are pretty good when it does that. I am very impressed.
Yes.
Jersey Jack.
So
Selfie.
My
There's-
selfie.
when we get to the next player, they won't hastily plunge the ball like Chris did. We'll talk
My
about skill shots and super skill shots and different things we can go for. But Chris just started the inventing room and ended the inventing room.
And that's it.
Came down the middle, right off of this little gum target right there, and then decides to go straight down the middle, which happened to me a bunch yesterday and is very frustrating.
Yeah,
So-
I played one ball on it earlier, and Chris was like, watched me do that, and he was like, you got to be ready because it's going to, if you don't smack the game a little bit,
Yes.
it's going to redirect.
All right, so Jeff plunged way too hard to get the skill shot.
Way too hard.
Jeff, welcome to PAPAtv. This is Jeff's first appearance, so
Second. He's here last week.
Oh man, I haven't been here in a long time.
You're out of the loop,
I
Fred.
have not been here, Tia. That's where I've been.
Where have you been, on vacation?
I've been getting ready for Replay FX. They won't let me in here. I'm too busy setting everything up, man. I don't get these perks. So since I was wrong about Jeff, and he already plunged too, so we're not going to talk about skill shots right now. But so what I've found out about this game, and he just lit the lock, which is done by bashing that target right there in the middle. It'll rotate the rotisserie, nice nudge, and then hopefully he'll be able to shoot it in that hole. It will lock a ball, and then it'll spin back around, which you'll have to hit it again to lock second ball, and the same as the third.
Missed it.
It's actually a deceptively difficult shot to make. I found myself yesterday hitting pop bumpers and/or targets, and it bouncing in more than I was actually shooting it directly. So
What I like, though, is I believe it still gives you an award for hitting that back target.
it'll give you like a bonus multiplier. So there goes
So-
ball 1. Gene Wilder says, well done. So you can short plunge
Yeah, we're going to
into
do
the
better at
skill
the skill
shot
shot
right
this
there.
time.
And there's 2 skill shots.
That's a good picture.
It's nice.
You get 3 different levels if you just shoot directly into the scoop on a regular plunge. And then there's a super skill shot, which if you make it into that scoop or into that scoop right here, then shoot the inner ramp right here.
Well, that's gone.
And then as it comes down the habit trail on the left, if you shoot it live up here, which is a bunch of arrows on the screen, that's your super skill shot. So it's difficult, but I'm sure Colin's going to pull it off because he's a pro. And,
Which skill shot?
The super skill shot. You know how to do it?
I think. Is
right,
it both flippers?
Yeah, no, press the left flipper. And on the Wonka screen, it'll show that you have to plunge the scoop, the short plunge, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then once you make that super or that skill shot, you have to hit it with your upper flipper to the inner ramp. It'll come all the way down to the left flipper, and then you have to shoot the right shot on the Wonka vision.
Just follow the arrows. You got this.
Yeah, just follow the arrows that you can't see.
So there, then up there.
Yep, down,
Okay.
and then the right side on the Wonka vision. That's the super. And then, I don't know, candy comes coming down from the ceiling. I don't know. You get all
Wonka
kind of different
vision.
things.
I like saying that.
I do like Wonkavator. It's great.
Oh,
And see, he almost pulled that off because, again, he is a pro.
Instead, he gets to use his kickback.
So is that, I know the last game I played, Jersey Jack game, was Wizard of Oz. And there's two kind of like ways to get your ball back when you go through the outlanes. Is there only a kickback on this game?
There is only a kickback, yeah, over here on the left side.
How do you qualify that?
You shoot the gum targets.
What?
It's lit at the beginning of the game,
Nice.
but then, you know, the settings, I'm sure at Pinburg, there's going to be no ball save.
Oh,
And
I'm
then-
sure of that.
Then you'll have to hit the gum targets to light that. And there's really, it's not really a direct shot at all. It's on an angle right here, and there's not really a direct shot to them. So I found by banking it off of the gobstopper on the right side, it bounces over to the gum targets, and you can get them.
Or you could use the upper left flipper.
Or you can do that with the direct shot with this upper flipper that I totally forgot about. See, that's why you're here, Pete. To point out the obvious.
There are 4 flippers on this game.
I lose
You're
track.
just looking at
I
it.
lose track.
And a Wonkavavision.
Actually-
and a Gobstopper.
Wonkavation's awesome. And Colin just got 5 times playfield. I'm not really sure how that happens. But there's there's levels. There's 2, 3, 4, and 5 playfield multipliers. Obviously, 5 is a lot more lucrative.
Maybe someone in the chat will.
Yeah, it seems like you'll light the playfield multiplier, and something can change it from 2, 3, 4, 5. You can only use it one time, though. So this is Colin's 5 time, because then that insert will be lit solid.
Did you happen to see what he did to qualify to make that shot? Did he shoot the,
That I'm not sure of.
maybe it was the Wonkavavision shot. Maybe it was the Wonkavavision
Let's take a look
shot.
at some of the rules that they've started to put together out on tilt forums. Maybe this will fill us in. Thanks for everyone who takes the time to start putting these together so that we all can learn.
Yeah, I'm wondering if that's Louis Bevins in disguise or something like that, because he knows the game's rules before the designers do.
He probably gets them beamed into his brain at night.
Shooting either the left or right orbit will qualify the Super X. The spinner will alternate which X is lit.
There's a spinner on this game?
There is.
It's got everything.
So this upper flipper that we were talking about with the gum shot, actually there's a spinner right there.
Oh.
And that's where the secret lock is, the super lock. And that is actually, the super lock will qualify the Wonkavator multi-ball, where you'll actually get in the Wonkavator, crash through the glass, and go flying in the air above England.
Oh, is that when you fly?
That's when you fly.
Now that is a multi-ball that can carries from game to game and can be stolen.
Yes.
What?
Yeah,
Assuming it's set, the game's set that way.
there are features in this game that can carry from game to game, which I still haven't figured out yet. And it's, I don't know, I don't think of any ever game that does that. I've never heard of anything like that, so.
Mustang had that, but
Oh, like the Mustang letters?
yeah, but I mean that's something to be turned off in tournament mode. But
So we're busy yammering over here. Jake, what's your favorite candy?
Reese's peanut butter cups.
Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. We should have bought a bunch of candy tonight. That was short-sighted on my part. I should have brought a bunch of candy, and I didn't.
Could have. Chris Stevens.
Can't
For the
believe
beginning
it.
of our entire friendship, all I saw was watching me candy.
we could have been over here just eating pixie sticks and made this broadcast really interesting.
All right, so we see. Oh my God,
Pixie
I'd be
sticks.
bouncing off the wall.
Okay.
As you can see, Chris Stevens' favorite candy is Jujubes.
Love them.
Was never a big fan, but you know.
Wow.
Okay, so this is a Jersey Jack game, like we mentioned. It's a Pat Lawler game. Joe Katz is the programmer, John Yossi the artist, and Bicus Dio the sound engineer. Are you a fan of Lawler games, Chris?
Definitely.
You
Love
can
'em.
definitely feel some of the Lawler.
I'm very, very.
in this.
I'm like really
No doubt about it.
dialed
So
in to
close.
get this thing.
So
There we go.
close to that.
Chris, your skills aren't good enough. That's what you get for not shooting the skill shot, wasting our valuable time.
He didn't hit anything, so he can do it again.
Yeah.
Wow.
There's your precious, valuable time, Fred.
Good job, Chris.
Thanks.
No ball. Well, you got another ball saver, but you didn't get a skill shot, so there. Ha!
Now, he got the 15-second ball saver there. That
Correct.
is one of the, I believe, 15 mysteries that you can get.
There are several, yes. And we have a list of them.
There
He's
we go.
finding them right now. But the captive ball, which is right here, is different. It changes. I'm not sure how it changes at this point. But you can do anything from getting a multi-ball qualified to collecting the children, and then you get a kid multi-ball. There's a number of different things on that captive ball, and I don't think if I've discovered most of them. Only a few.
So what I've read, I think the kids, it will alternate between like kids based off of ramps.
Okay.
But I don't know other ways for it to alternate.
Okay.
It just does whatever.
Oh, gee.
Oh, wow.
I got to stop aiming for that target.
There's our Wonkavator shot right there. Oompa Loompa on the TV pedestal. I want to see Mike TV up there.
Okay, so the 15-second ball saver that Chris got, that's one of the computer awards. There are 15 of them.
And just to show people on the screen on TV, or up on the DMD, or the display actually, it's the TV, the LCD. Right now it says medium points. That's the award that Jeff would get if he collected his computer award.
Oh, okay. Okay. That's interesting.
There's a lot of information on the back
Yeah.
glass, and to be perfectly honest, I rarely look at the back glass. On this game, if you trap up, you absolutely have to, just to see what you have qualified.
And owning a few Jersey Jacks, too, people think, oh, they're confusing. But if you really honestly look at the back glass and read everything, everything is right there.
Yeah, it tells you the story.
It is very,
Sure.
very in your face.
So the two different awards you have on the back glass right now, I can't see them right from here, even though I have my glasses on. They're on the right side, Jeff, to the right of your
Blue
score.
and
The Golden Egg Room and then the Super X 4X.
Okay.
Okay, I see.
So those are awards that are available to Jeff if he hits the appropriate
That's
shots.
too hard.
So the mode is done by hitting this white shot right there. That'll start his mode. And ramps are, I think the ramps built towards starting your modes. Is that correct? Is that right, Jake? Hitting ramps was starting the modes, getting the modes qualified? The Wonka letters, okay.
Okay,
Also gives you Wonka bars, too, correct?
Each ramp does. Yeah, so if you shoot the right ramp, there's actually a smokestack right here. You really can't see it all that well, but it actually says Wonka on it, like in the movie when it lights up at night. Once you spell Wonka, that qualifies your mode. And then again, modes are started by shooting in that right side of the Wonka vision.
Let's go for that.
Okay,
Wonka
well,
Vision.
There's the left side.
That is like
I
something
missed my cue.
we are going to talk about Wonka vision a lot tonight.
now, is this a game where you want to stack a mode with a multi-ball? It looks like Jeff is one away from his
No doubt.
gobstopper.
And then also, too, if you start any of the multi-balls, you can still build towards your other multi-balls and, you like stack like
Oh,
Sort of
Jersey,
like Jersey Jack.
they love to
Pirates.
stack multi-balls.
Jared Stevens asks in the chat, which Willy Wonka is this? This is the SE Standard Edition, and that's what we received. So
Yeah, I don't think the LEs are out yet, are they?
no, but
they're
I did,
on the line.
But I did play one in New York City. It was either a premium or an LE. It had candy apple red
that was
armor.
a lucky bounce, but I will take it.
So the legs were candy apple red, and the armor was candy apple red.
Gobstopper multi-ball.
So Jeff started Gobstopper multi-ball, which is started by hitting that. And then once you're in Gobstopper, you'll see lit shots on the ramps and on different parts of the playfield. Once you shoot all those shots, this will rotate again, and then you shoot in there for the super jackpot.
Okay, now he also has his 5X golden ticket right now, so this could be big points.
And he got an add-a-ball, and I don't know if you saw in there, Pete. I haven't figured out how to
Add a ball?
do the add-a-ball yet. I was guessing the captive ball, but I could be wrong. That's just me throwing that out there.
Yeah, take a look.
I'll take that. Kickback.
And again, kickback is, again, qualified by shooting the gum targets right there, the pink flashing ones in the middle, although there's a lot of pink flashing lights right now.
There's a lot of flashing everything.
One of
right
the
now.
other cool things about it is right now, if you look on the screen, these lights right here are pulsating. Now the ones over here are pulsating. Those are magnets that are actually active under the playfield, so it's telling you which ones are active under the playfield.
Oh, wow.
So you'll know which side is actually firing at that time.
And I
That's
believe
cool.
there are two sets of 3 mini magnets.
I'm not sure where those are, though.
Like
I know
there-
there's
if you see there's little outlines on these
Okay.
on the lights, and they're under there.
So they're all under there. Okay.
Yeah, they're like the mini magnets.
I didn't realize there were 3 different circular patterns there. I just thought they were just kind of all over the place. So Jeff has his extra ball lit at
I'm
the
gonna
top.
try to collect a kid first, maybe. Let's collect a kid.
Answering
Missed it.
2 of the questions in the chat room. Did we change your minds about the 3 tables? Yeah, since we got this in just yesterday, being a brand new machine, we thought we'd take the opportunity to do the broadcast with it, but we'll do the 3 Williams games that we talked about originally after Replay FX when we come back to broadcasting then. And Zone D and B only saying apparently only the LE and Premium editions have Wonkavator multi-ball. I don't believe
I played it yesterday.
that is the case. It doesn't have the same toys for the
Correct.
Wonkavator multi-ball. It's more of a virtual lock system for the standard.
Yeah, it definitely is in the game. And I'll be honest with you, I have no idea how I got it. But yeah, it starts with actually has a screen with the red button where they started the engine on the Wonkavator, and then it shows them crashing through the glass and Charlie looking scared and all that fun stuff. So it's definitely in there. I just don't know how to get to it, and maybe at some point, Pete, we can either come across how we did it, or Pete can look it up and get you that answer.
Well, you have to light the super locks. Super locks can be lit in 3 ways: by completing 3 factory tour features, a computer award, or off the Captive Ball Mystery Award.
Yes.
Once these locks are lit,
And the locks are right over here where the spinner is. There's a spinner, and then it lights up. It says Super Lock, and it goes around the back and qualifies it.
and then
Sorry, Pete.
after you have 3 locks, that'll start the multi-ball, and they don't have many details about the multi-ball yet. So if somebody gets it tonight, we'll be learning with everyone else.
Yeah, I got to it, and like I said, I don't know how I even got to it. So I just keep on shooting shots. And there goes Jake. He made 1 shot to the skill shot. That's
Whoa, look
shot
at his
number
face.
2.
So when was the last time you guys watched this movie?
Actually, just recently, like within the last month or 2. It was. It's always on TBS,
Yeah. What do you think?
so I watch it. Oh, I love it. It's a classic.
I was always like, I always thought it was a little dubious that Grandpa was just like laying in bed and then just like jumps right out whenever he gets the
So-
ticket.
I wasn't sure if I was going to bring this up tonight, but there is a website. It's actually a terrible website that is just against Grandpa Joe
Yeah,
for those
I know.
exact
He's
reasons.
got a lot of hate
He's got a lot of
he
hate.
could have helped his family out, but he just kind of like hanging, and then he's just like, oh, it's time to go to the factory. Let's
Right.
just jump out and start dancing.
Yeah, and he did. He got up and he kicked his heels, and he was okay, and he's fine. So yeah, Grandpa Joe doesn't get a lot of love on the internet, but like I said, the movie's classic. I love, well, he also, was cheating about going into the fizzy lifting room. That was his fault too, because he wanted to go in the fizzy lifting room,
Yep.
if I'm not mistaken. And they bumped the ceiling, and then they had
He's
to
got a
sterilize
lot
it.
of things against him.
Yeah, but it's a fun movie. Like I said, it's creepy.
Yeah.
There are bits and pieces of that movie that are super creepy.
But that's, I thought, you like
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, but the boat scene is by far the creepiest, and that's also in here too. That's actually a random award on the. On the
I'm going
Captain
to interrupt you here.
Go ahead.
In the YouTube chat room, we have the programmer of the game, Joe Katz, joining us. Thank you, Joe.
Hello.
He corrected us.
Oh, he
Oh.
he got here after we already mentioned about the
Joe.
Wonkavator multi-ball for the standard. But any mistakes we make now, we have Joe here to help us out. Thank
Yeah.
you for joining us.
Yeah, thanks, Joe, for stopping in. Yeah, I was just explaining that I got to it yesterday. I still don't know how I got to it, and I'm pretty sure you'll allude to it in the chat
Nice move.
because I don't know if I'll make it again without knowing. But yeah, I just got it by accident, so it's a fun game to shoot so far.
What are you going for, Chris? Oh,
The end of his
He's
game.
going to go sit on the couch for a second.
I wasn't going to aim for it, but apparently there was a multi-ball restart on the Gobstopper that I wasn't even ready for. So by the time
There
I
is
looked
a
up
restart
and
if you have
thought
a
something else, it was
terrible
like, oh, let's hurry up and aim for that.
multi-ball.
Jake, how
And
did you
that's
not
why
find
you
that
don't-
out yesterday? Because we had some terrible multi-balls yesterday.
So you
And,
can restart your Gobstopper for a 2-ball multi-ball.
That is
you
correct.
don't get any jackpots.
I have a lot
Okay.
of stuff lit up.
So what are you going to go for?
I would go for the extra ball because it is turned on.
Listen,
Well,
my
but-
name's Jeff Nieport. I'm going to miss all of it.
Okay, Jeff. So the easy way to get the extra ball right now is
Yeah.
to do the skill shot.
Okay.
If you get it, you'll get the skill shot and you'll get your extra ball.
Oh, really? Okay,
Um,
let's do that.
One neat thing about this game, right there, it says last ball, telling the player that they are on their last ball. Now, if Jeff gets his extra ball, he won't play it immediately. It'll go on to players 3 and 4, and Jeff will still have that in reserve.
Sweet.
We were talking, too, about this area up here. It really feels like it's almost like an upper playfield, which is really neat on a single-level game, you know?
And the one thing that's unique about it is if you shoot the left Wonka Vision screen,
Okay.
it doesn't go to the right side like a normal game would. It actually curves around and goes to the left.
Yep. Yeah, it goes to
And
the...
it threw me off a lot at the beginning because normally games go to the right. But
yeah, I thought it was going to feed back here.
Yeah.
But it was a really cool feature, I thought. And like I said, the shots are unique. The upper ramp is cool. So, yeah, there's
That's
like an
too
upper
hard.
play field without an upper play field. So,
Yeah, sometimes it's a little hard from this like angle to
I think
see
you're
the
okay.
Wonka vision. But oh look, you got
There
a
we
ball
go.
save.
yeah, we don't have a good vantage point on our
Hit that
telestrator.
Wonka vision.
I know. I'm trying so hard, Priyanka.
I believe in you, Jeff. I believe in you.
I hit
That
the
upper-
other side.
that up-
Oh, that's mean. Out of
So
those
that
pop
upper shot
bumpers.
is super early on the flipper. That's the one thing I found out today. Because yesterday I was bricking that shot all day long. When you want to shoot from the upper flipper to the spinner, it's like right at where the rail and the flipper begin and end. And it's a tough shot, but
It's like lower than you think.
yeah, it's much higher than you think.
Higher.
Yeah, and it's a satisfying shot once you figure out where it's at. But it took me a day and a half to figure out where it was.
I need a day and a half.
You'll be fine. You'll go up there and blow it up. I know how you are.
Pinball legend Rob Wentler-Cox joining us today
Oh
in the
my
chat
goodness.
room. He had a question. Why are the extra balls added at the end? It's really confusing
Hey,
when
Rob.
we play JJP games in League. And
I didn't, even
kind
know
of
that was, I didn't know that was even a feature until yesterday.
I like it, actually. It gives a, like in a competitive situation, it rewards the player for getting it. It gives them more opportunity to get equal information.
Yeah, I had no idea that was a function until yesterday. So
Yeah,
we got Colin right now. He's doing Oompa Loompa,
I had no idea about that, but
and that's done by pop bumpers, if I'm not mistaken. Because when you hit the pops, you'll hear them saying Oompa Loompa,
Oh, I did not.
which is
notice
kind of
that.
cool because we can't hear with the headphones. Oompa Loompa Odyssey, 218,000. That's pretty solid.
So I think that the extra ball at the end is a little bit strange, but it also feels a bit retro, like a bonus ball, although it's not timed. It's
Yeah.
just like a ball at the tail end.
Joe with a good answer. It's mostly to help a poor casual who is playing Jake Kolajczyk so that they don't have to sit around and wait for Jake to play all his extra balls. Okay, he said good player. I just ad-libbed there, but
yeah.
Thank you, Joe, for pointing that out. That's like I
that
said,
makes sense.
I never even knew it was a feature until yesterday, and I was like, why do I have another ball? I played 3, and now I know why. So, again, thanks to Joe for stepping in and being part of the chat this evening. So yeah, there's, like I said, this is a fun game to shoot. I played it in New York City a little bit, and immediately I thought the shots were unique and fun to shoot, except for that one that burned me and Jake yesterday several times.
All right.
It comes from here, hits off the gum targets, and then goes straight down the middle.
So, looks like Jeff wins our first game, and we'll go to our first advertisement of the night. PinballMIX.com. Have you ever thought, what would it be like to have the best music possible in one of my pinball machines? Mark from PinballMIX will upgrade your machines with smooth cuts, tight loops, and bounce levels. He does this with the music you get to choose. There are plenty of mods that enhance what you see. PinballMIX can enhance what you hear. Others are saying he does a professional job and loops things to perfection. I love the mix that PinballMIX did for me. It's a great way to breathe some new life into your favorite games. I found this the best bang for the buck mod that I can personally add to a game I love, and it's freaking epic. Love it, love it. Go to pinballmix.com to see videos of Mark's work, or email Mark directly at pinballmix@gmail.com for more information.
Thank you, Mr. Hendricks. And thank you to Pinball Mix. And we're going to welcome Chris Stevens to the booth now.
Hello.
Did you win? I didn't even see the scores of anybody's playing.
I played a game of Willy Wonka, so I won.
Oh, well, that's a good answer.
I feel like a winner.
That is a good answer.
I didn't get a golden ticket, but I'm still a winner.
No, that was an interesting thing there to Tia saw. You can disable the camera by holding in the right flipper when starting the game.
But
Don't
Tia
do
is
it.
not allowed to do
No.
that. We got to see that.
I want to see your head.
of
I want to see your head floating
Found
across the
golden
screen.
ticket.
Yeah, we want to see floating heads.
Yeah, that's a really cool. I think that's a really fun thing. I saw it yesterday. I was like, well, whoa, what is that?
Don't start 4 players. Only start 3 for
Okay.
now.
Oh wait. Oh.
We'll do it next game.
What's that all about?
You can add a player in the middle of a game,
Oh yeah. And they basically
Joe was
count down the
talking about
balls.
that. You don't have to start on the first ball. So say you're on ball 2 and someone comes, hey, can I join you? They can join in right at that point, and they'll have 3 balls.
Wow.
That would be an interesting ruling
So-
at Pinburg.
Or
Yeah.
just league. Like if somebody's late.
Well, there wouldn't be a rolling at Pinburg because the game has to be started with the correct number of players.
That is
So,
correct. Good job.
Yeah, it will never happen at Pinburg.
Pete Hendricks, tournament director, clarifies that right away. So in case you come across that at Pinburg,
but in a
no bueno.
in a drinking
No
game,
Yes.
might be a perfect use.
No
Well, speaking
bueno.
of which,
dollar
we
game.
gotta play this later.
We have to play it?
Yeah.
Play what?
Play more Wonka.
Play more Wonka?
More Wonka.
I played it for like 4 hours yesterday, man. My arms were tired.
4 hours?
I did.
Oh, you're going to use that against me. That's why you wouldn't tell me how to play it.
Well, because, listen, I didn't tell you how to play it because you usually kick my butt anyway, so it doesn't matter.
It's all
Joe-
You'll figure it out.
Joe saying, I hope this gets a stage spot. And if you're bored, go out to Tilt Forums where they have started a topic about what the Pinburg stage games will be this year.
I don't even know what they're going to be. And I
Really?
put the games in place.
There were some very interesting choices.
I think El Toro should be on stage.
Oh, please don't.
There's no doubt that El Toro should be on stage, along with High Hand, because that's going to be a staple, I'm pretty sure.
Well, high hand
High
is
hand,
cool.
yeah. High
I
hand will be
love
there.
High hand.
No, but to be in all seriousness, I put all the games in place here, and I don't even know what the stage games are yet. I really don't. I'll find out probably like the week before or something like that.
One person that included Wonka on the stage had it going in with Freak Out, Shack Attack, and Bounty Hunter.
Oh.
What is
Bounty
wrong-
Hunter with a broken left flip.
What is wrong with people?
They also had WrestleMania, Nip It, Escape from the Lost World, and Ready, Aim, Fire.
Hey, what's wrong with Nip It? That's
bunch of
that's a game of
masochists out there.
champs right there.
Well, this person's
Priyanka's-
obviously wrong because High Hand is not in their list.
That's true.
Priyanka's favorite candy is gummy bears
Oh, the Sour Patch
or Sour
Kids.
Patch Kids. Sorry, not gummy bears.
I do like gummy bears.
Gummy bears are
Okay.
good. I like gummy bears. I'm a.
You see that
I'm a
Dairy
sour
Queen
fan.
has a Blizzard with Sour Patch Kids in it for the summer?
Are you
What's it
surprised
called?
by that at all?
Yeah.
I'm not.
Well, Priyanka, do you know what you're aiming for here?
Kind of.
What do you want?
All right, we got Tilting T Pinball. Can't wait to get into Pinburg. First time making it into the field. Getting super excited.
15-second
Tilting,
ball
that's
saver.
awesome that you made it in this year. You're going to have a blast. Make sure you wear comfortable shoes
Yeah.
and
Bring
have
a
lots
chair.
of fluids.
Bring a chair.
Bring some fluids, some comfortable shoes.
Bring some fluids.
Be sure to thank
Snacks.
your tournament directors.
Thank your tournament
Of course.
directors. There goes Priyanka's head. It just floated by.
It's all fizzy.
What happens with all those fizzy heads?
Well, her
They,
head-
they go in the gumball machine.
so her head was floating on the Wonka screen, on the Wonka vision.
Oh, it went all the way around.
It's tricky.
I did
it's
not
tricky.
know it does that. There's
Oh,
like
it does.
a lane that does that. Good to know.
Alrighty, stepping up, and I mean up.
Stepping up.
Oh,
Everybody's
jokes
favorite
already.
Hey, where's your stool at, man? You can't even see the
Oompa
DMZ.
Hey,
He
There he goes.
yeah,
can you guys read that?
what does it say?
For vertically
For
challenged
vertically
pinheads.
challenged pinheads.
I
There's
should
a-
have
there's a-
used that.
There's actually
man.
another one that says, if you say anything about my head, I'll beat you with this stool.
Yeah, this actually hurts.
I like that
We
one.
need
It does say
two
that.
because I gotta do my stance.
So Evan, in case this is a small fact that nobody knows.
Small
Evan,
fact.
Evan,
Small
Evan
fact,
was
funny,
used,
huh?
Evan was used on this game to film the scenes for the Oompa Loompas. Actual size.
That's great because he made a lot of money for that.
I know
So
royalties
I'm
are
very, very
pouring in.
jealous.
So when you
Which
guys see me at Pinburg and you want my autograph,
Which version was he in? This one or the Tim Burton one?
No, he was in this one.
He's in
Tim
this one.
Burton.
He
We
had to
don't
be in
speak of the
this
Tim Burton version.
Johnny Depp.
Joe Katz will refute that
Johnny
information,
Depp.
but I'm going to challenge Joe Katz to say that's true.
one. That is true.
What, that there was no Tim Burton version?
Yes, to both.
Or that Evans...
Oh,
that's,
there's that. There's that feed,
There's that-
man.
that feed is
I don't
brutal.
like that feed.
That feed is brutal. Jake and I saw that
Feed
yesterday
greed.
about 60 times, and we got angrier every time it happened.
I've basically, whenever I step up to this game and I'm playing it, if I see the ball coming from the top and it's about to touch those gum targets, those are the targets on the right here that I'm sure Fred has pointed out multiple times. But every time I see it go by there, I'm basically going to smack the right side of the cabinet to basically propel it further to the left, just because I don't want that to go down the center on me.
Joe, we really wanted another big Johnny Depp on the bottom of the play field.
Listen, Angus Young is enough. We don't need Johnny Depp, too. But it would be kind of cool, I guess. Priyanka doing double duty. She's playing and talking in the chat here. She says, don't forget to stretch during rounds,
Yes.
which is good advice.
stretching, definitely.
Stretching is good.
Stretching in
make
the middle
sure
of
you
your
know
ball?
what time it is and what time the next round
Oh.
starts. That's also important, I've
Yeah,
heard.
Chris Stevens is a
I've
professional
heard.
at knowing that rule.
Although they really helped me out last year, and they put the starting times on the back of the official Pinburg lanyard
badges, yeah.
thing on the badge, which was great.
That was specifically for you, you know that,
I
right?
hope it was, because that everyone was like, "Thank you," and I was like, "For what?" And they basically said, "Well, because you missed it last year,
All right.
you're able to get this."
So
on
they've
there."
done two things specifically for you in pinball.
Yes.
They put the times of the rounds on the back of the badges, and they disabled the magnet on Adam's Family eternally.
Yeah, I don't know which one I'm more proud of, to be honest.
I don't know, but you've saved a lot of magnet burnout in Adam's Family, and I'm sure people enjoy that their games aren't melting because of it.
Yeah, that's true.
That was a horrible power outlane on
That
Sneed.
was a power outlane.
Rob Sneed, have you been on PAPAtv
Sneed.
before?
Yes.
Nerds.
Okay, well, his favorite candy is Nerds, and he's going to go sit down now because he had a terrible ball.
That's cool. We got Priyanka up.
Priyanka's
who
back.
now knows that ball does go all the way around.
Now I know.
Now
well,
you
this is
know.
my first game on this game.
That's
All right,
great.
Let's see some skill shots, Pri. Come on.
I'm gonna
We
try
talked
it.
about him a bunch of times. Let's see if you can pull it
Do
off.
the-
Also,
do the
I
super.
hold the left, and then I short plunge it into.
There's the scoop on the top, up above
Oh,
the
I
left
see it
up or
now.
the right upper flipper.
Wait, are you supposed to plunge it into the scoop for
Yeah.
the super? Because Jake told me not to.
I did it because it just
Hold
goes to
the,
the
hold the
upper
flipper up. Yeah, see?
Or you can shoot it up the upper and the inner flipper too, I guess. Okay, so I didn't add that part. I wasn't totally wrong.
You were very right.
No, I just didn't tell all the truth.
You just said no to yourself being very right, and I agree.
Okay, children.
Listen, it's important.
Look at that gobstopper spinning.
Okay, now she
I
could
like it.
she could have shot up that ramp.
There's the ramp.
And then shoot it to the right side of the TV. Wonkavision, baby.
Give me
I
that
missed
vision.
it.
Oh.
Instead of speculating, we have the programmer in the chat.
Uh-oh,
Remember that.
This looks dangerous. This looks dangerous.
dangerous.
It's
It's
hold
really-
on,
I'm
hold
real
on, hold on, hold on, hold on.
nervous. I'm
It's
really
currently
nervous.
stuck right there.
Skill.
And then I have a prediction. It's going to go right there.
Thanks.
All right.
Oh,
let's
right
see.
on the-
right to her left flipper. Let's see if it happens, folks.
It did. See, I told you,
you
left
were,
flipper,
You were
man.
absolutely
I was
spot
100%
on. That was
right.
beautiful.
I wasn't ready for the ball save.
I figured out the geometry.
The geometrics.
Joe answered the super.
Oh.
And she uses up a tilt warning. Now, you can earn extra tilt warnings through the mystery award on this game,
Oh, cool.
which is very fancy.
Okay. So you can do short punch to center ramp, 2 TV saucer combo. Okay.
All right, Evan.
Do something.
Let's see some gobstopper action.
I don't even know what that
Oh,
means.
this is bad. Look
You,
out.
you don't know what a gobstopper is? You make them all day. You should know.
Wow.
Come on, man.
Oh, Fred. This is why you wanted to be a commentator all day.
No, that's just not the reason. I can make fun of Evan outside of this.
And he does.
Yeah, but we do it. We do it in jest.
But hey, I
Fred
do.
told me it's because he likes me.
I want to talk about something cool that Evan did. Evan, did you play a really good game of The Walking Dead after I played an even better game of The Walking Dead?
I did.
What was your strategy?
Walkers
beat Chris
all day.
Stevens.
Walkers all day.
No, which I've owned the game for 2 years and it never really. I mean,
We each put up over $1 billion just by aiming for
You had
nothing.
like $1.8 billion or something.
on
like
a,
that,
on a
didn't you?
pro.
On a pro
which,
model.
which is
On
insane.
a pro.
But
Chris got the last man standing, which
And I completed it. It was cool.
in color DMD
It's
is
beautiful.
fantastic.
Beautiful.
more importantly, though, Joe points out the status of your tilts is shown in the upper right of the UI on that little sign, green, orange, red.
Green, orange, red.
So
I see
green-
him, I see him.
Ugh, I'm just trying to keep my
I
ball in
like
play,
it.
never mind.
So green would mean you have 2 tilts left,
Orange
orange
means you
one,
have one.
and red means
What I say about slapping it off with a
I
gun
don't have
tower?
any slap saves left.
Okay, so
because I'm double teamed.
so then I guess the question I have is that you can gain a tilt warning by hitting the captive ball.
Really?
I believe, or either that or it's a computer award.
It's a computer
I think
award.
it's a
Okay,
computer award.
Okay.
If you have 1 warning left, well, I guess I would make it 2. I was gonna say if you have 0, then are you done? Do you get 1 back for the game?
I believe you get an extra one. It goes from red to orange in that instance, correct?
It's a computer award. Joe corrects me, of course.
Yes. Meanwhile, we're checking out the spinning gobstopper. We
No,
got
we
Tia
capped the ball
stepping
award.
up.
And then if you have 0 tilt warnings left, Joe, do you
You go back to one.
go back to 1?
One more warning.
All right,
I like it. I like it a lot.
I can dig it.
That's good to know.
Come on, Tia. Let's see some skill shots.
There's one. Oh, no.
Nope.
Oh, oh.
What's your
Whoa,
favorite
that
candy,
is skill.
Tia?
All
She
of the
said
candies.
everything.
All
of
the
them.
candy.
Out of everything. Oh,
Oh,
Tootsie
she got Tootsie Roll. I see Tootsie Roll
I
on
said
there.
That's also her
I
favorite
said
song.
that for fun. Oh, that's great.
Favorite song, favorite candy. I like it.
Oh, man. Now, usually whenever I play games that have upper flippers, I tend to not want to flip with them because that puts the ball in dangerous spaces. But on this one, I flip every time.
Yeah, you can actually make shots, though, that are not difficult to make. They're actually very makeable shots, especially with the upper flipper. One thing I found, though, that was kind of interesting is you can kind of juggle to get control down here by transferring from here or from the
How
upper
about you?
flipper
Yeah.
down to the lower flipper.
I like how he's pointing
and
to
then
me.
down here.
But it's like just do it over there.
Yeah, I'm doing it over here. But it's kind of cool how you can kind of juggle it to get to the bottom flippers in a pretty reasonably safe fashion.
That's pretty
Oh,
That's
no.
going to go to the left flipper.
sweet. Oh, boy.
Yeah, the return on the right ramp is pretty forgiving if you don't make it all the way, but that center ramp is just about death.
I
Yeah.
agree.
The center ramp's kind of rough.
If you don't make it all the way up there, you're going to be in trouble.
Like, so.
Oh, almost.
Combos are dangerous on that too. Trying to get the ramps.
Joe mentions that the computer awards are controllable with the little stand-up target to the right of the center ramp. Like Fred pointed out earlier, you can see what your next computer award is on
Right
the
down
display
here.
there. Currently, T is his big point. He suggests hold bonus X is a good one to keep until the end.
Oh, yeah. Nice save.
Oh, no.
And where's that
Oh,
at?
man. A beautiful save and then straight down the middle.
Show my little stand-up target to the right of the center ramp. I think it's right
Around
right
there,
here.
maybe.
Okay, right there.
That's my guess.
Okay.
Joe, how, is that accurate? Right next to the old
That inner ramp shot, yeah,
there.
maybe right
I
there.
mean, that's the center ramp.
All right, so somebody in the chat, Jared
Yep.
Jared Stevens wants to see the extra ball animation. Rob Sneed, you have to get the extra ball.
How do we get it lit?
I'm not sure.
Hit a couple shots.
Joe Katz, how do you get the extra ball? Is it collecting 2 kids, maybe? Kind of like when you collect multiple modes? Yep, he says yep.
Yes, sir. Collect those kids.
Yep, stand-up targets.
Sneed, kids,
Kids.
kids.
Is that the word
Captive
gum?
ball.
Captive ball.
Is it captive ball?
I believe that's
I'm
one
pretty
of
sure captive ball says the word kid on it. What
does.
it means, I'm not entirely sure. Okay, nice ramp with all kids.
It's hard to find that captive
Stand-up
ball.
targets. Stand-up targets. We want the stand-up targets.
So these red posts.
Yes.
the super dangerous
There's red
shots.
targets that aim the ball right back in your face.
All right. Kid multi-ball. This multi-ball is a throwback to the multi-ball madness mode from Medieval Madness, albeit with more advanced rules. Completing various tasks throughout the game will qualify, complete, and eventually collect kids. The more kids you bring into the multi-ball, the higher the score.
Oh, there's that
Charlie
sneak
can be
face.
qualified
Oh,
by starting the fizzy lifting drink room mode. Augustus is collecting 30 spins at the spinner in front of the side orbit. Veruca is qualified by starting the golden egg room mode. Violet completing the gum targets. And Mike is complete the 3 teal shots. Right orbit, saucer, and then center ramp in
Yep.
that order.
right orbit.
In that order.
Saucer. Ugh. That seems like a tough one to get.
Yeah.
Which
very
sucks.
specific.
Mikey TV's my favorite character.
Oh, Mike TV's awesome.
He's the best.
Where'd he go? He's up above you in a million pieces.
In a million pieces.
In a million pieces.
All right, so Sneed got a captive ball hit. I feel like that captive ball is important, so I think he did good.
And
Yeah,
you can
there's
see
some
there
good
on
stuff
the
there.
left of the display, he collected a kid.
There is a kid there somewhere.
And then over here, you'll see the smoke coming out of the smokestack, like I was mentioning earlier. That means a kid multi-ball is ready by shooting the magnetized shot over here above the left flipper.
Above the left flipper.
Above the upper left flipper, should I say.
So he could do a pose pass here, but where's the fun in that? He wants the dangerous start, so he's going to pass it over. Oh, he tried.
Oh, my
no.
goodness. Oh, my
Oh,
goodness.
boy.
I mean, why pass it
Sneed
over when there's a
stop.
nice,
Oh.
easy right ramp? But
He could have went for the right ramp, but this is PAPAtv, folks. You can't spell failure without fun.
game over, player 2.
Sneed made some nice progress there, though.
He made excellent progress. He was hitting some good shots, and he got a couple of nice combos, too.
This is my last ball.
All right, Priyanka.
That's
this
all
is
right.
doesn't
ball-
have to
make
be.
it count,
This is
Priyanka.
ball 3.
I was trying to get lock some gobstoppers, but I didn't do it yet.
You can backhand that too.
It's a-
I can?
It's a
you can
pretty
backhand,
hard
yeah.
shot.
It's
Oh,
a hard
very
shot, but you can
difficult.
backhand it as
I
well
was
as
trying
forehand
to
it.
forehand it. Maybe I'll try that.
I mean, either or works,
I think it's probably safer to backhand it when you're trying to qualify it.
but not on the fly.
Right. That would be
Oh,
something.
gum.
Oh, there's that.
Gum.
Coming back.
Oh, that trajectory. It makes me nuts.
I love it. Oh, this could be dangerous.
Whoa!
That happened.
What
Oh,
happened?
Oompa
How do I
Loompa
go with
popped
it?
up and
I turned
made fun
around.
of you.
Wow.
Womp womp.
Player 4.
All right, what are the scores? I can't read that.
Yeah,
far.
hold the flipper, and I
What
want
are
to see
the-
where
what
the
are the-
scores
what
are,
are the
Evan,
scores?
please.
It's too little.
Well, player
for
4
me.
is 35,000.
Well, we know Evan doesn't have his little points.
I can't see that far. What's going on? Little points.
But here, he's showing us all this great information.
I like how he always comes back, though.
That's as big
No?
as you're going to get. I don't see
Yeah,
them.
well, can
It
you
didn't
read the
come up?
scores for me on the bottom?
You want to read them?
Yeah, what are they?
59.5 for player 1.
Half.
Half. 90 for player 2.
Oh, so two people are ahead of you.
42 for Priyanka.
Everyone's ahead of you right now.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Come
that's
on. Come on.
obvious.
Come on, Evan, let's go.
So,
on, Evan.
Fred, I
It's
need your
game
help.
time.
Play ball.
What do you need?
Where's the Schnugen shot?
The Schnugen shot
Yeah.
isn't on this game.
It's not on this game.
No, there's no Schnugen shot.
This is the perfect game for a
Yeah, this
Schnugen.
game definitely
This-
has a Schnugen
Yeah,
shot.
I'll
We
tell you
just
what,
haven't
man.
found it yet.
You just, yeah.
In reference to what Evan is talking about, the Schnicket shot on.
Snicked.
I call it the Schnicket shot.
Schnicket.
Or the Schnugen shot.
Schnick.
On Deadpool is the one that gets you the multiplier when you combo it off that target up to
Nice
the
nudge, Evan.
See, I learned.
You
the
got
upper
it.
ramp. So I was calling it the Schnugen shot because I like, it's Jay and Silent Bob.
Small
so-
points,
You got-
irony.
No
Oh,
pun
look at
intended.
this.
Schnugens.
Snuggins. Well, he's got a 3x shot multiply right now, so he's going to be scoring these points. He's at exactly 50,000.
As long as he doesn't choke like this.
He's not going to choke.
Oh.
Evan, this is not an Iron Maiden. He will not choke.
He plays well. He plays well in Iron Maiden.
He plays very well in Iron Maiden.
Just not
Just
one
not
at
DJ.
Columbus.
Oh, come on. Nice.
Oh,
Or
no,
the
nice
one in
nudge,
Columbus.
nudge. Got the kickback action. There's a gobstopper.
Nice
That's
shot.
number 2.
Number 2.
Keep
Oh,
out.
I still need one.
You still need one more.
If you need one more. Safer shot is a backhand shot to try to qualify it, but
There's the old plunger.
Oh, boy.
Oh, jeez. Oh, no. Oh, watch out.
oh my God. No, he tried the live shot. He hit the captain ball instead, though.
That Captain Ball gave him a really awesome little light show, too. Did you see everything like flash
The
red?
light shows on this game is
It's
incredible.
fantastic.
Gorgeous.
It's very Woz-like, but better.
I agree. Lots of colors in this. Lots and lots of colors. I mean, look
It's a
at that
candy game.
gobstop.
It's like reminds me of Candyland,
It does.
and I loved Candyland. Golden ticket,
Candyland.
and there goes Slugworth. So now he's got Gobstopper and Slugworth multi-ball running at the same time.
So
I don't
how
even
do
know
you
what that
start
means.
Slugworth multi-ball?
We're gonna find out here in a second.
Let's get some information on here. Here's the
Oh,
old
my God.
jack.
Those are coming back. All right.
So Slugworth multi-ball, Joe.
Yeah, that one I don't know.
Okay,
Hopefully Joe can help us out with it.
I think he just brought in kid multi-ball. There's
He
3
did?
kids.
So he's got,
Increase Captain Ball, builds value. I like it.
and I think the ramp collects it, if I'm not mistaken.
He's got all kinds of colors, and now he's got all kinds of points. He is now leading.
He is winning because nobody else has a ball left.
All right, Slugworth is in the factory tour. It's part of the captain
Oh,
ball
lots
group
of balls.
4.
We got 5 balls.
Excellent.
So 2 times 7,200,
I like it.
and the extra ball is lit. So
Where's that at?
we
Oh,
might be.
there.
Oh, that's very
Oh,
well.
I had it.
So you might be able to fulfill somebody's wish that we see some extra ball animation. So I think it was Jared who was
Jared
asking
wants
for
it, so make it
So-
happen.
Oh, come on.
So
Good
pay
time.
attention,
There it
Jared.
is.
There it is. Here comes the extra ball animation.
Oh, it's my people.
Yeah. Oh, jeez. You got a purple extra ball with,
Isn't
with
that-
big points.
Isn't that like your coworker?
And Super
right there?
Lock
You guys,
is lit.
You share
Super
a locker or
Lock.
something
That's
like
right.
Get that super lock action.
Oh, you know how many, one locker is enough for 6 of them.
All right,
That? That's
here we
true
go.
too. Yeah.
Oh, super lock. That was a bad egg.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of cool. The bad egg thing is you can shoot one ramp it's a bad egg and one ramp it's a good egg.
I like it.
Can I have you guys,
She was a
available to
bad-
torture
she was
me
a
throughout
bad egg.
Pinburg? Because when I'm not paying attention, I play better.
Yeah, you do really well in the Trash Talker invitation.
I'll make sure I take extra time to come over and harass the heck out of you.
Thanks, buddy.
You're a real pal, Fred.
Hey, he just asked for it, so I'm here to help.
Oh, man.
Oh, I
He
thought it was going to come
doesn't
back
care
down the middle.
how. Evan wants it now.
That's cool.
Oh, there's
Oh,
the
he
drain.
got it right
Oh,
now.
nice.
Right
But he
out
got
there.
his
Nice.
extra ball, and
Excellent game.
I
sir.
want my extra ball.
That was a nice extra or nice ball there, Evan. Nice job.
Thank you. Well, that's the
Wonka.
first compliment I've ever heard on this show.
Now you're thinking, Wonka, how much for your extra ball?
Jared Stevens says, thank you, Papa, for the extra ball animation. I would say thank you,
Cheers.
Evan Bookbinder.
Thank you, Evan.
Thank you, Jared Stevens, for
Oompa
watching us.
Loompa Odyssey. Oh,
Oh,
snap.
jeez.
It's Oompa Loompa time.
Here we
Oh,
go.
Now,
The light show on this is pretty crazy.
Evan, can you stand a little taller? We can barely see you looking out of the. There you go. Oh, look, he's gone again.
The lights are going crazy on this
So did
mode.
that just auto start on this ball?
Yes.
Like,
When did you plunge the scoop?
I
Oh, no, you plunged the middle lane
Don't
at
know
the
what I
top.
did.
You plunged this lane in the middle. This actually started it right in here. When you missed the skill shot, it fell through there and started that mode.
So how do
I
you
don't
get
want to
this
play
mode?
any of these. All right.
Pop bumpers. That's my guess. But we're gonna get the.
Yeah, I wanted
real
to ask
deal.
Joe what the answer to that
Joe.
question was.
It looks very elegant on that screen right now. I remember them just walking around like in caves and stuff like that with
Yeah.
bags of sugar.
But now they're just like real
Atrocious
people.
multi-ball play.
Oh. Oh man,
I
this,
know,
our
blinded.
autofocus
It is kinda
is having a little struggle action with the light show.
I think I was having an autofocus
That's
problem.
distracting.
That's awesome.
All right,
All right.
so Evan comes back on ball 3 and it's extra ball and takes the win. Congratulations to Evan.
Claps for Evan. Claps.
He got his multi-ball, his Oompa Loompa multi-ball.
All right.
And we're going to hear a word from our sponsor, Comet
Little break
Pinball.
here. We got some Comet Pinball. Comet Pinball has the largest selection of lighting products for your pinball machines. LEDs can brighten up your game while reducing heat and power consumption. Whether you're a collector, operator, restorer, or mod maker, you'll always find low prices, fast shipping, and great service with Comet Pinball. You can check out Comet Pinball at Facebook at facebook.com/Comet Pinball, Twitter at twitter.com/Comet Pinball, and at Instagram@Instagram.com/ you guessed it, Comet Pinball.
Thank you, Chris, and thank you to Comet Pinball.
Why, certainly. So here we got some game rules.
Well, hold on. Before we do that, I'm going to welcome Jeff Nieport to the booth.
Hey, how
Yeah,
you guys?
but I
Jeff?
didn't see you over there behind Fred there. Kind of.
Well,
I'm not that big.
I'm just very small.
I do have a big head, but
I'm not Evan small, but
So
he's
So
diminutive.
this is cool because like I really like these little graphics that they have everywhere of like certain things. Like I think it's kind of adorable.
thanks.
But,
It's Evan. Looks
But,
like they're pixelated Oompa Loompas there.
Yeah,
I
they're
like
like
it.
they're like 8-bit.
They got the little mushrooms. They got the gobstopper. They got the
They got everything.
Wonkavator. They got Gene Wilder.
So this is a really cool way. We actually sent this out to everyone earlier this morning, and everyone took a test on it, and everybody failed. Basically, we said you need to memorize this by the time we start PAPAtv, and we couldn't. But here it is for your viewing pleasure. These are the Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory game rules. As you notice, there are basically the goals that you want to kind of accomplish are the ones on the far right here. They got all these little multi-balls, which then leads to the pure imagination, which I believe is the true wizard mode of the game. And you basically start on everything on the far left from the looks of it, and you basically have to work your way through. It tells you all the options that you have. Like basically here are all of the computer awards you can get on the side here, and they got captive ball stuffs, and there's Wonka chocolate bars, and here's your skill shots. You got in lanes and light kicking back with the gum, and I don't know what that is, but I'm gonna point to it anyway. There's all kinds of features and options for this game.
Yeah, there's a lot going on, and this is just the beginning. The game's going to continue to, the code's going to be updated as most games are. But right now, the game I think is fantastic to play. So
Well, can I actually say something about that, Fred? I heard Jersey Jack. He called into there was a live stream of this 2 days ago. He claims the code's pretty much done.
I mean,
Really?
the code is very solid.
He
the code is solid for sure.
He said that the only thing that they're going to see is maybe some minor bug updates, and that the assets they've
Yeah.
put into this game are what they want into this game.
I
Well, if
feel
that's
I
the case,
feel-
then great.
I
I mean,
feel
he
like
was
that makes sense.
he was very passionate
I
about
feel like
this
that
statement.
makes sense.
Very
because
passionate.
The game in its release state is great.
Oh, sure.
I feel like there's so much there. There's so much to do. So, I mean, whenever I think of a possible code update, and you can't see my little
Air
finger
quotes.
parentheses, thank you, but I kind of feel like there might be some slight additions and some bug fixes.
Well, yeah,
that
there's
we'll
always-
need to have happen, or like even like a tweak or two, like for a specific tournament setting might be included. But
Sure.
when it comes to the code right now, I'm very satisfied.
And I think that Jersey Jack's ultimate goal in marketing their machines too, and from what I've heard, and you know, I'm a big supporter of them and what they do, is they want to give you a machine that is complete. They want to send a machine out the door to your doorstep that is ready to play, where you're not having to do updates every week, every month, whatever it is.
Sure.
It's
Yeah,
a
makes sense.
complete. It's a complete game.
I like that concept a lot.
You know, not a
because
beta.
I like whenever a game shows up and you play it and you can be confident that, hey, you know, 2 months down the line, I might play this at Pinburg or in any specific tournament and be like, I'm going to have an idea what to do, and it's going to have me on the same level playing field as someone else when it comes to their knowledge. I'm a big fan of that.
Well, can we actually, if you even think about that, I believe in the past 4 to 6 months, if correct me if I'm wrong, there was a game.
Jake, come on, man. You know better.
I know, Jake.
Jake.
Got to slap it higher.
Jake.
There was a game that there was a release party, a Stern release party, and I believe that the code was changed like the day before, which had made a lot of people have to change their ways of playing the game. So yeah,
I mean, it could definitely happen.
Yeah.
Well, I do think that does provoke a little bit of excitement
Whoa.
and happiness to try to play the game and learn something new. I'm a big fan of a complete game, such as Willy Wonka that we have here. So I'm just going to enjoy playing it as often as I can. And I'm sure that even after we're done streaming here tonight, I'm probably going to stick around and play a little more, just to kind of get a little more
I'm
action.
going home.
And-
I'm kicking all
and,
you guys
uh,
out. I'm going home.
Oh, no.
And actually, Joe Katz here in the chat had said, as it stands, the game is rules complete in quotes.
Beautiful.
But if you know us, never say never
Never
to
say
stuff
never.
in the future.
Sure. And again,
I
you're
like
always
it,
try
Joe.
you always try to improve upon what you're doing.
Yeah,
And
so I was hoping I wasn't misquoting Jack from what I had heard him on the call-in on the stream the other day.
well, if you said he's as passionate about it as he was,
He was very, very passionate.
then yeah. So that's good information, and Joe confirms it. So
That's good stuff,
Thanks,
man.
thanks again for Joe to be in here to
Yeah, thanks, Joe.
to correct us on all the rules information that I've been screwing up, and then clarifying that. So thank you.
All right, as you can currently see, we did a 3-player game. So what I want to do is I want someone to jump in and become the 4th player.
Press the start button
wait,
again.
don't press it yet.
Hold on, not yet.
I want to see it on the 3rd ball.
Yeah, this is a really
Third ball.
this is a really great feature. I know you guys mentioned it like bars and things like that, but if you're playing at home and someone comes late to the party or something, you know, throw them in. They don't feel out of the loop. It's a really good feature.
And they get to play catch-up, which is exciting as
I
well.
think it's
It
actually
is.
a good point too when you talk about it on location, because there are times where people will be standing behind you and they want to wait, you know, want to play the game.
That
Jake.
too.
And if somebody's sitting at the table that's a nice
Jake.
person,
Jake.
turn around and stop and say, "Do you want to play? You can come
Absolutely.
in now." So
Right,
that's
right.
it encourages people
Right.
to join in
Jake.
on location. So
The more I play this game, the
Jake,
worse
is
I
it
get.
because you had a lot of chicken?
Yeah.
Me too.
blame the
that is a lie. Lies.
Lies.
Jake didn't have chicken yesterday and was playing exactly the same.
All right, Tia.
Do we want to find another competitor now? Or
I'm right here.
Wait for the next ball.
Let's
let's
do,
add
let's
it.
do it now.
Let's
Go
do it
ahead and
now.
add it. See
Let's
what
do it
happens.
now.
Just press the start button. See what happens.
Watch this magical.
Does it do anything? Or maybe it's to say, oh,
There
there we
it
go.
goes.
Player 4
Four
added.
has been added.
Anytime.
Who's player 4, Pete?
PD just raised his arms in glory.
All right, sweet. So Pete
Sweet,
Hendricks was over here
sweet
talking
Pete.
about the game. Now he gets to play the game.
And Jersey Jack did do the nice things I heard you guys mention before about the extra ball adding at the end of the game, but you obviously have the option in the menu to change that to
Sure.
add it to the end of the player's
Very sweet.
ball.
There's a lot of different things in the menu that
Oh, my
you can do in this game. Like any,
There's unlimited
any
things in
modern
this
game,
menu.
really, yeah. It's crazy.
It's great.
Oh, nice save.
Nice.
Yeah, those pops, most of the time you'll get the ball back safely, but sometimes it just doesn't
It's very
do it.
It's
Walking
about
Dead-like.
a 70-30.
I never really had an issue. That return right there is usually
Yeah,
dead,
that
though,
return's
so
rough.
It didn't go high enough. It's usually when it gets to about there, and then it comes screaming back at you, and you got to make a move.
All right, Tia, you got some locks lit, and you just
Oh my!
oh.
Okay, so someone in the chat, LaCharles07, they asked, wait, I had just got here. What's this about, quote unquote, late to the party feature? Again, that would be, as we were talking, if let's say you have 2 or 3 people playing a game, maybe you're on ball 2, someone were to come up to the game like Petey right now.
Such as Pete right now.
Pete,
I have 2 balls still to play.
Pete
but
still
everyone else
has
played 2 balls.
2 balls to play. The other players played how many balls, Pete?
2.
2.
2 each.
So now he'll have an opportunity to play this out and add to the game, so he doesn't have to wait.
He doesn't have to sit and watch. And
No.
be like, he doesn't put his quarters on the dash. He's next, man.
You know what really
he's up
frustrated me
right
about
now.
doing that?
We're
back
gonna
in
have
the
to
day?
explain quarters on the dash to these kids
Okay,
too.
so so quarters on
Quarters
top
on
of the
the
machine
glass.
back in the day with us old people at the arcade, you'd be able to put them right where the lock bar is, and then you would signify you have next game.
Yep.
However, sometimes the foam insulation on the lock bar would be gone, and your quarters
Your
would go
quarter
under
would
the
go
lock
away.
bar, and your quarters would be gone, and then like,
The operator would then be next.
well, the operator's not there, so
But he gets that quarter.
he gets those quarters, and you get to go home not playing any pinball because your quarters are under the lock bar,
Oh, that'd be
which was so
terrible.
infuriating. Oh
And-
my goodness.
Unless you were lucky enough to have slid your quarter on top of a quarter that had already got stuck under
Correct.
the lock
Then
bar.
you can pull out quarters.
So Pete, we were yammering on
Yammering.
before
Oh,
we got
Pete,
there.
you blinked.
Oh, there goes Pete blinking
blinked.
with the bubbles. What's your favorite candy, Pete?
The Ceresis Dark Chocolate Bar.
Sarah's dark chocolate. And
Yeah,
Pete,
that's a local candy company out of Cannonsburg. It's
Yeah, I was
just
gonna
south of Pittsburgh.
Pete lives pretty close to that, and that's actually a pretty popular spot to go get candy. Some of the people out of town too.
Some of the best chocolate in the world.
All right, player 1 is now up. So Pete doesn't play balls 1 and 2 to catch up. He just plays 1 ball, and then the rotation continues.
And then he'll play the rest of his game.
Correct.
Okay.
So basically, let's say if Colin here were to get an extra ball. Oh, there's a blurry Colin face.
There's Colin face.
I believe that means he will be able to play it at the end.
Joe Katz said, yeah, you just might as well go to the pinball gods for help if you go halfway up that middle ramp.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there's no doubt about
know,
that. I've
so-
had that happen
You
a number
better
of
start
times.
jiggling.
Yeah, he
Nice shot.
says you're going to need some help on that shot.
Well, we got the rubber feet on the game, so you can't slide save here.
No.
With the concrete, or you'd be sliding the game out onto Green Tree Road. But you know, we don't want to move the game around too much, so we put rubber feet on all 4 feet this time. So you really can't move the game much.
So what's great about this
I
mode?
learned.
Go ahead, Chris.
No, I'm just saying. I learned that you can't move the game much. Go ahead.
I was going
Go
to say,
ahead,
what's excellent about this mode, along with the light show of every Jersey Jack pinball machine I've ever seen, it's just those magnets that go back and forth. It's really kind of cool.
Yeah, you got a trio of magnets here,
Yep,
and then a
right
trio
there.
of magnets right here. As you can see, the ones on the right are blinking. Those are active. So now the ones on the left are active. Now none are
Yep.
active because he's back down to single ball play.
Which is really, like, you've never seen that before. It's pretty cool.
sweet.
So there
He's
goes Augustus. He's got kid
he's
multi-ball.
got 1 kid multi-ball. So this is, you may as well just aim for up middle for the castle on this one because you only got 1 kid.
We got Augustus out of the chocolate tube, so that's a good thing. Augustus is alive now, as opposed to being drowned in chocolate.
Which is not necessarily a bad thing in my opinion.
I don't know.
Bianca does not like chocolate. She
Being
would
dead
not
in
like to
chocolate
be
is
in
not
chocolate.
any better than just being dead. So, you know, it's just not.
I would be okay being Han Solo'd in chocolate.
That would Han Solo in chocolate. It does. He does look like a crisp bar or something like that.
A crisp bar.
crispy
Don't
bar.
get Evan started on crisp.
Oh, we
Crisp,
already
that's
know about
me.
the crisp. That's right. The kindergarten cup references crisp Stevens.
Crispy.
He's got the ponytail and everything, folks.
CDs.
He just doesn't have the dark hair and the disposition. That's all he's missing.
And I only have about half the evil thoughts as he has, I'm sure.
Oh no, Crisp is total evil. You don't have even like a quarter of his evil thoughts, man.
Well, we don't know that yet. But anyway, we got Colin having a good ball here.
Yeah, he's having a great ball.
He's up to 74,000 points. He's back down to single ball play. He's got the supers ready, the super blocks. Oh!
And there goes that right down the middle.
The gum target.
Joe, how many times have you guys, when play testing this game, had that ball drain on the middle like that? It had to be maddening.
It's great.
That is so frustrating. My
So-
God.
So I have a question. Is there some way I can hit the start button to get it to add 2 more balls for me?
No.
That would be no.
No, you
This
just if you hold the start button in, you'll get 3 balls.
No, actually, we disabled that.
Oh, good.
Oh.
So, Jake, is this your 3rd ball with 6650 or
Yep.
whatever it is?
Yes.
Yes,
oh,
it is. And I can
okay.
get
It's
yet
his
another
4th ball
drain.
now. It's his 4th ball. Don't move.
Well, he's on ball 4 now. Okay. Jeez Louise. Uh-oh.
Oh,
There's
no.
a nice-
Oh,
come on,
he
Jake.
dug it out.
Come
Uh-oh.
on, Jake. Yeah. He's going to come back and win. Watch. Up. Gum target. So nice.
And I'll tell you what, there is, we put the post.
No, I'm
Oh, Jake.
I'm not.
Did he break 10,000, folks?
Jake.
He did.
Maybe. Yes.
He broke 10,000.
Jake.
That's player 3.
Player 3.
So there's a post right here by the kickback that actually it's shipped without it in it. And playing without that post, because we put it back in for the stream, playing without that post is deadly.
Jake thinks the screen's number 1.
Mm-hmm. So someone in the John Tracy asked how many balls are installed in this game. It's a 6-ball game.
6-ball game.
I believe this is Jersey Jack's first 6-ball game.
I couldn't speak to that. But yeah, there is definitely 6.
Let's go to the Joe.
Joe will probably answer.
Joe Katz will probably say,
You know.
maybe. So what, I know dialed in is, what, 4 or 5?
Something like that.
6.
I had a lot
Yes.
of really good stuff.
Joe Katz with a definitive yes.
Yes.
Thank you, Joe.
This is a definitive yes.
All right.
All right, but
So
Tia has a bunch of things lit right now, including another log.
Uh-oh.
Oh, nice,
Oh.
nice.
Oh,
She was
saved?
ready.
Yeah,
was
she
ready
was.
for that ball.
There
Oh,
goes
no. Okay,
Slugworth.
we got Slugworth multi-ball here.
Dude.
You can advance towards your other multi-balls while in multi-ball. So use this as like a means to be able to get to bigger and better things,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
I can tell you right now, if that dude came out to me in a dark tunnel like Slugworth does in the movie, I'd be beating him with anything that was close by.
Yeah, I would beat him with his own shoe.
I'm not getting him a gobstopper. I'm not doing anything. I would beat him with his shoe. That's a good call.
Just like, look
He
at
had that cold hard cash though, and he was handing it out. I might be
Yeah.
interested in at least what he had
No,
to say.
I'd be
I would
like,
not listen to him. He's
Tell
creepy.
me more about Trixie.
Tell me more about Wonka. And there goes Grandpa Joe getting his hat taken off his
Grandpa
head with the
Joe.
with the
Man.
gold hands. And there's the contract. That contract is awesome.
Violet.
So now Violet.
She's
Oh, she
now
got
in
the
a kid
mul-
multi-ball.
kid
She
multi-ball.
collected one kid.
Now again, you see the magnets
Uh-oh.
going back and forth.
Let's see if
Magnets are now switching.
Maybe try to go. I don't want to distract you too much, but try to go for gobstopper now too. If Tia can get that going, that would be pretty awesome.
She got some good points from her mode of Welcome to the Factory. She scored 19,000 points, which is more than Jake's entire game.
Good
She's
job,
up to,
Tia.
65,000 points. She's still in the multi-ball. Oh, never mind.
Ugly.
That's my
Uh-oh.
fault.
It is
I
totally
do that to
your fault.
Priyanka, too. I got to stop doing that.
Maybe I should rethink about you being evil crisp.
Evil Crisp.
That's right.
Whenever I'm evil. you can
That shot
call
is
me Crisp.
deceptively difficult to
It's-
make.
yeah, it's
I don't
really
know why.
weird.
It seems like it would just go right in there. But
Oh! Well, so that's all for Tia. But now we got Pete stepping up, and he's got 2 balls to play.
Pete,
He
our,
is not
the
on
guinea pig
his
Pete over
last
here.
ball.
Yeah, look at that. I still got a ball to go after
Wow!
this one.
Holy smokes!
and you
Yeah.
beat Jake on 1 ball. Look at that.
Look at that.
Like a
Like
champ.
doubled his score.
Before
Triple his score.
Before I plunge this
smokes.
ball, happy birthday to Jim Belcito, another pinball legend.
Happy
Oh,
birthday,
yeah.
Jim.
Happy birthday to
So
Joe.
Pete's going to step
Or
up and Belcito
Jim.
everybody right here.
What time is it right now? Jim's probably still at work. It's 5:30 on the West Coast.
He's definitely still at work.
He might still be at work. Yeah, Jim is an all-around great guy.
I'm sure he
and,
shared many Wonka bars with his kids.
Oh, yeah.
I've gotten beat by Belcito a handful of times.
You've been Belcitoed?
I've been Belcito.
Of course, everybody's been
But I
Belcitoed.
enjoy every second of it.
Everyone's been
Oh,
Belcitoed.
nice save. That looked like that was coming straight down the center after leaving the upper right flipper, but he got some rubber on it and was able to bring it back to life.
He's flinging a lot of rubber right now.
That's just the way Pete plays. He doesn't
is
control
flinging.
anything. Pete flails all the time and then just kicks my butt all the time. Yeah, as far as we know, yeah, somebody there was.
We had a question that asking if this will be in Pinburg, and the answer is yes. Yes.
Maybe.
It will be in Pinburg.
I haven't put it in
but
the
that's
bank
up to
yet.
Fred.
I haven't put it in the
Fred
bank yet.
has to mastermind the bank.
In Zentron, they had
Actually
asked
not, man.
about, they missed the response on if this would be in Pinburg, and then they said they were on the fence on the game. I need to see how the code fleshes out, and if you missed before, as Joe had said, the code's pretty much finalized.
Yeah.
There may be some bug fixes, but I don't think you're going to see any major.
Oh, the feed.
Yeah, that was.
There's a lot to do right now.
That pop bumper.
All right,
feed.
I got a question for everybody in the chat and everyone that wants
Player one.
to be a part of it. But while we're playing this final couple balls here, if this were to be in a Pinburg bank, what other 3 games would this be with, and what would you call it?
Well, we don't do that really anymore. We don't really name the banks anymore.
Well, we're gonna name
We
this
used
one,
to.
Fred. Play along. What you think?
What would be in there?
Yeah. You got Willy
Is there a
Wonka?
game with a dentist theme?
Maybe.
If there was a Rocky Picture Horror Show, that would be a dentist theme game.
That would be. That'd be great.
I
Or a Little Shop of Horrors.
don't know. Why not make it just a Jersey? Well, you can't make a all modern bank with Jersey Jack
Yeah,
games.
and you can title that bank Simple Jack.
Simple Jack. Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to think about that. But yeah,
That's what I mean. Take your time. Chat room. You're more than welcome to chime in here.
we got about another hour to figure that out.
Yeah, we got some time.
Yeah,
Hopefully
that's
hopefully
a
I'll
very interesting
That's what I mean.
But
question.
here's the thing though. Like right now, we're sitting at 87 banks for Pinburg.
Oh, jeez,
I
Fred.
don't know.
How do you do it?
It's ridiculous. 87 banks in Pinburg. So
Fred, you're so busy. I miss playing video games with you. Come back.
I still play video games.
I know, but you're.
I downloaded my Black Ops update today.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
But no, it's like I said, it's that's why we don't really name the banks anymore. It's just too much work. But we're running out of games.
Oh.
We're running out of games to put in the tournament, man.
All right,
Isn't
who
that
was
crazy?
Pete? Who was the winner?
Colin.
Colin.
Good job, Colin.
With the big W. You
Where the points don't matter.
Good job.
Voila.
All right, so we're going to do another ad here. Chris is going to talk about.
I'm going to talk about
The
Pinstadium.
wait is over. A revolution in LED lighting for your pinball is finally here. Fully customizable, full-spectrum lighting from Pinstadium Lights. Order yours now at pinstadium.com.
All right.
That was me. Did you like
We
my
got two
voice?
people coming out
I
of the
changed my
booth?
voice a little bit there.
Chris,
That
are you
was great.
staying around or are you taking off?
I'm going to see if I can get a piece of this Willy Wonka pie here.
All right, I guess Colin was going to come and join us, and Priyanka's coming back. Welcome back, Priyanka.
My first game was awful.
Well, play better.
I know. It's
That's all I could
that's
say.
all on me.
That's okay. And Colin Dundas back to into the booth now. Welcome,
Hello.
Colin. So yeah, this is I don't know what people think so far. If have opinions and thoughts, please share them in the chat room. But like I said, I played this in New York City in May, and I thought it was really unique the way it played then. And after spending some hours on it yesterday, I think it's a pretty solid game. I think the shots are unique, and there's the theme I like because I like the movie. What about you guys? What thoughts do you have since you got a chance to play it a little bit?
Yeah, I think the shot layout is very interesting. Two thoughts I had. It's got a lot on it for a non-wide body, but it doesn't feel too busy. And also it has the 4 flipper configuration. And again, like it feels like each flipper has more than one purpose.
Sure.
Not just like one shot that's, specific to flipper and that's all you use it for. As far as the rules go, it seems pretty balanced. I mean, I like to go for a gobstopper to get things started, but I mean, you can start that and have a bad multi-ball, and still, when you're back to single-ball play, you might find you're not that far from another multi-ball. Like kid
Right.
multi-ball, all you have to do usually at that point is hit the captive ball once and then shoot the shot that's to the left right above the upper left flipper. A lot of times you might find a mystery award or something can advance you to like Slugworth, or I'm not sure exactly what lights it, but the left TV shot can get you the Oompa Loompa multi-ball when that's lit.
I think the pop bumpers is what qualifies the Oompa Loompa, if I'm not mistaken. If Joe can chime in,
Okay.
if he's still in the chat room, I think it's pop bumper hits, but I could be wrong. Priyanka, what are your thoughts?
I think it's pretty fun. It kind of feels like Addams Family a little bit, like a weird Addams Family,
Okay.
like reversed. I don't know. I think it's fun. Obviously, I really like games that are really difficult for me to play, so I'm probably gonna dream about this game and try to play some more later.
You and Jake are going to have nightmares about this game.
Yeah, probably.
No, it's fun to shoot. Like I said, once you figure out a little bit of the game and what lights what and how you do whatever, it'll start coming together. It's like any new game.
Yeah, and it's clean, it's fast, so and it's going to be set for Pinburg, so I wouldn't
gonna get
expect any
worse.
less. Yeah, it's going to get pretty bad. Oh, look, it's Jim the producer. He's playing Willy Wonka.
Yeah, somebody said in the chat room that the outlane crawl, that outlane crawl he's talking about is by hitting the top of this sling right here and then just bouncing over to the outlane. And again, I installed the post because it's shipped without the post over here on the left outlane. If that left post was not in there, that ball that just went over there with James would have been gone. Probably that one too. That left outlane is pretty brutal.
It really is.
So we put the post in, we put the post rubber on because we wanted people to enjoy watching the game as opposed to us all getting mad because it's draining out the left all day long.
Are you going to take the post out?
It will be out for Pinburg most likely.
Wow.
Yeah, so I can't say the way the games are going to be set. That'll be up to our tournament director, mastermind Doug Polka.
I bet you they put a bigger post right there just to make that shot even more brutal.
We'll see. Yeah, Doug will get in here and he'll tinker with the game a little bit, but him and his group of tournament directors will get in there and monkey with the game a little bit, as we saw James Big Head go Pallion Bubbles.
Mike W. in the chat says, any idea if the Pinburg Hobbit will have the upgraded left wire form, Fred?
I know that it's not really an issue anymore, the one we have here currently. It hasn't been an issue for a while, so I know there was some issues with the wire form when it was first used, but I think that's been rectified. So to answer your question, probably yes. I can't say for certain, though. I haven't played Hobbit in a really long time.
Joe Cat says, definitely don't have that post in for Pinburg.
I think that bonus was bigger than Jake's last game.
It probably was.
Also,
your pop-up hits were.
Also, Joe says, Oompa Loompa Odyssey is lit after you find the first golden ticket.
Oh. And that's the shot up the middle, actually, not where the TV shot is, but this middle Wonka Vision shot is.
Wonka Vision. It's like a horseshoe.
Yeah, so there's a left and a right side. But yeah, the post will be gone on the outlane for Pinburg. I could say almost with a certainty. I don't work over in Pinburg, but one of the tournament directors, Petey Hendricks, is sitting here smiling cryptically, saying, yeah, it's probably going to be gone. And I'd say it probably is going to be gone.
There's also a short ball saver that's on here. I know that the Wizard of Oz we have doesn't have that, I believe.
Those games haven't been changed since last year.
Yeah, we don't need them.
Settings-wise,
saves.
That's the one thing we most of our games, unless we take them out on like rentals or for tournaments or whatever, the games sit in the building with the settings of what they were used at the last Pinburg, unless the batteries die or something like that. And then Doug, one of his jobs, along with his group of tournament directors, nice nudge, Jeff, is to go through and set up all the games to make everybody go as insane as impossible during Pinburg.
So I have someone in the chat say the answer for that question earlier for the Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory Bank, John Tracy said, I would say a Gene Wilder themed bank, Mary Shelley's Frankenstein because he was young Frankenstein, Old Chicago because Gene played in Bonnie and Clyde, and some Western themed game as a nod to Blazing Saddles, maybe Maverick, Frontier, or Cactus Canyon.
Ooh. Well, one thing I could say that we don't have is a Maverick, unless Pete lets us use his. And I don't even know if Pete still has his Maverick. Pete, you still your Maverick?
He's shaking his head. Pete says
Pete
he does
doesn't
not
have his Maverick. We do have a Frontier, which is a phenomenal game.
It's a great solid
And a Cactus Canyon, we have a couple of them here, so that would fit in perfectly.
Shoot here, then here.
I like the Gene Wilder theme, though.
Right.
That's pretty
I
solid.
like the Gene. You know what that would be great, though, if they had a Gene Wilder stir-crazy pinball machine.
Hey, I got to say something real quick.
Richard Pryor.
I got to say something real quick.
Say it real quick.
I learned when it takes your picture, so I'm going to try to give Lewis face.
Is it like riding a roller coaster like at Cedar Point where you know where it's going to take your photo? That's pretty awesome.
You should do a dab.
I'm going to see if I got to make Lewis face.
What's the Lewis face?
I don't know what
I'm going to show you.
Why don't you show me right now?
Because it's really hard to do with a straight face.
Okay. Well, how are you going to do it just like
I'm going to try.
on cue?
Can you do it while I say Wonka Vision?
No, maybe.
Wonka Vision.
All right, here we go. Let me see if I can do this.
I think that's our thing now, Priyanka. We're just going to talk about Wonka Vision now.
Oh, it didn't take my picture.
That's unfortunate.
I even
So you thought you knew everything?
I thought I knew it, and
failed.
I didn't.
You don't know.
I don't.
You know nothing.
You know nothing. Good day,
Fail.
sir.
Good day, sir. You lose.
Yeah.
Good day, sir. And that is in the game. You lose. Good day, sir. It is in there. I just haven't gotten it yet. I'm not sure if it's when you tilt. Has anybody?
That wasn't Lewis face, but that was like my test.
Okay, that was your test.
That
of
was
the
my
bubbles.
test.
How would you know when it takes your photo?
Did anybody tilt the game yet?
Oh, come on.
Tilt the game.
Yeah, we need a tilt screen. Factory's closed.
I lost 7,000 bonus.
Oh, wow.
And it does. It does say you lose. You get nothing. Good day, sir. Just as I had hoped. That's perfect. That's pretty obvious, though. I think you have to do that.
That was very unsportsmanlike of him. Oh, I got a super spinner lit.
All right. Okay, here, Chris. This is information from Joe Katz. It's going to take your picture when the camera LED on top of the camera mold is blinking.
So look at that only.
So look at the red dot. You know how they tell you on TV not to look at the red dot? Look at the red dot.
Look at the red dot. When do they tell you to look at the red dot?
They tell you not to look at the red dot. It's
With-
distracting when you're watching like a camera if you're on TV or something like that.
Oh.
They just want you to not look at that because you'll get fixated.
I thought
on
it was don't press the red button.
It could be that too.
Thought it was that.
I'm not really sure. If you're like in a missile silo, that would be bad.
Yeah.
Pressing the red button.
Oh, cool. Gene Wilder was also in Alice in Wonderland, the live action, and Sherlock Holmes. Those would both be great pinball themes.
Alice in
John.
Wonderland would probably be trippy.
That'd be so cool. Honestly, Jersey Jack should do Alice in Wonderland, but they are doing a lot like, Wizard of Oz. It's all fantasy.
I'm waiting for somebody to make a John Wick pinball machine.
Lord of the Rings.
Me and Alexander Kazmarchik
Hobbit.
are waiting for John Wick.
John Wick.
I think John Wick would be a solid title. And Keanu Reeves is pretty awesome, so. Nice nudge. So what are you going for, Pete? Are you doing anything are you just flipping away?
I'm just flailing.
Okay, that's what
miserably.
Get
this
that
is
extra ball.
So if people haven't really seen Pete play all that often, Pete doesn't control much. He just flips and then he just happens to make everything happen. And kicks my butt most of the time. So.
I just bang the game a lot, and eventually a shot goes where it needs to, like that.
You got the extra ball by accident. I like it. And he got a 15-second ball saver by accident. Super Lock is lit.
I think he collected a kid, so I think he has the kid multi-ball lit for one kid right now.
Yeah, so if you didn't notice Colin at all, maybe you do know it, if you
That's using it.
Look at the top left of the screen where that smokestack is, it'll tell you when kid multi-ball is qualified. And then again, for those that haven't seen it before, shooting right there where I just messed up that arrow. Up above that left flipper right there.
So that's
is
why I missed
where it
that
starts.
shot? Your arrow got in the way?
It did.
Okay.
It bunny hopped. Pete got a good ball going here.
I got kid multi-ball lit. I'm one away from that.
Got an extra ball in the bank.
Gobstopper.
At 192, and you got 3 things going on the screen up there.
What's the correct name for the magnet areas? Because I know they're like clusters of LEDs, but do they have a name?
I don't know. We can call them Dippin' Dots.
Dippin' Dots.
Maybe. How about Dippin' Dots?
Your Dippin' Dots are flashing, Petey.
What happened there?
Or it could be like those candies that are on that piece of paper where you peel it off.
Yeah,
Those are like dots.
Notice how my ball keeps diverting from the ramp over to this flipper.
So what do you got to do with that, Pete? You got to hit that spinner.
They want you to hit the gum.
Yeah.
It's a super early shot, Pete.
Well, let's get the
That's where the secret lock is.
gobstopper, or let's miss the gobstopper.
That works towards the Wonkavator multi-ball. When you hit that secret lock shot or that super lock shot. So keep that in the bank.
Yeah, and Wonkavator carries between games.
I know. That's
great.
one of the unique features about this game. Stuff carries between games.
Yeah,
is that like when you spell roller games?
Yeah.
Or 8 Ball Deluxe or whatever.
Roller games.
Yeah, before you
Roller
start the
games.
game, it'll actually show you one of the animations on the screen will tell you how many balls have been locked, so you don't have to look for any mechanism or anything physical. It'll tell you right beforehand.
Oh, is that now? Would that come into play at Pinburg?
I think you can turn it off.
I was going to say, you probably can, but I would say that would come in, that's like looking at the trough on Twilight Zone when you want to look for the Powerball, see where that's at.
Joe Katz said there's a competition mode. You should definitely put it on because it makes it less easy to get a first free gold ticket.
Yeah, that'll definitely be happening, Joe. I'm not going to speak for Doug in that, but I can tell you tournament mode will be on everything. So
usually that's the way it goes.
Yeah, unless it's like El Toro, which is going to be on the stage. Psych.
I was just thinking, what's that new, the Jim Henson movie that's coming out? That should be the next fantasy game.
Muppets has been talked about a number of times.
Not Muppets. It's not Neverending Story. It's the other one.
Dark Crystal.
The Dark Crystal 2. That's it. Dark Crystal 2. That should be the next pinball machine. I'm sure a lot of people would enjoy it.
All right, Grandpa Joe and Charlie Bucket going all the way up to the top towards the fan. They have to disinfect the fizzy lifting drinks now, and they didn't get cut the ribbons, but they did, contaminate everything.
That made me so nervous in the movie with all the bubbles.
Did it? And then
Got
Grandpa
the
Joe
burp.
belches, and
Just
then he
gets a
starts
lot-
floating
yeah.
down.
Take some Tums,
that was
Grandpa.
valuable.
The one thing I thought was funny, though, is they thought they got away with that, and at the end of the movie, Gene Wilder just called him out on all of it.
Yeah,
He's like,
because he knows.
You stole fizzy lifting drinks. You touched the ceiling, which now has to be sterilized. I love how he just called him out on it.
Yeah, well, because Grandpa Joe is a bad egg.
He is. I thought Farouk was a bad egg.
Well, everyone knew that.
Thank you, Magnets.
Your Dippin' Dots messed you up.
Wonka Vision and Dippin' Dots. I like it.
Oh, people were talking about Gene Wilder themed games. I guess you could do Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, Dr. Frankenstein.
Yeah, that was mentioned.
They did mention that.
They would have a part where they does the dart thing, where that guy throws the darts at the board when he's not looking.
Got the extra ball just in time.
You got the extra ball?
Or the add-a-ball.
Okay. Which is kind of an extra ball.
It is when you drain.
It is when you're James Coons, when you're not producing. Dippin' Dots are flashing like crazy. Oh, that looked like a lot like one of Jake's balls right there. All the multi-balls just going away.
But bonus is held.
Your bonus is held? Good job, James. I might have to get in one of these games. I said I didn't want to play, but I think I want to play one.
I knew it. I knew it.
You have to.
Okay, I have to?
Yeah.
Jim says no.
James is
Thumbs
okay.
down.
All right, I'm just going to box the game back up, and, then nobody's going to play.
I'll play.
I'll take all my toys and go home.
I heard you guys mention Grandpa Joe. He's the most egregious person in movie history, by the way.
We talked about Grandpa Joe and how there's a lot of disdain for him.
I didn't want to talk about it, but then I mentioned it, and then we went there, and then I was happy we mentioned it.
Yeah, you have to talk about it.
Because it's just kind of like, what did I say, dubious.
Well, he stole off the government for how long?
Yeah.
And he jumps out of bed, and then he steals all the stuff from the candy place.
He starts dancing.
Yeah.
Can't believe it.
Yeah, like, Charlie was so lonely, he deserved someone to play with, and his grandpa's just like, I'm just going to hang out.
I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, he was lonely, no one to play with. And then Grandpa's like, oh, you finally scored the big one, Charlie.
I love it whenever he came home with the bread, and his mom said, we're going to have a real banquet on a loaf of bread. A cabbage water and a loaf of bread. That's what they were having for dinner.
That's what I'm having for dinner tonight.
That's brutal. That's brutal. I'll make sure I'm not around for that. Oh, there goes the outlane.
I was going to death it. No, I was kidding.
Oh, there he's mixing his
Those are forbidden words there. Oh, John Tracy says it's called Dark Crystal Age of Resistance.
All right.
Age of Resistance.
Even better.
Hey,
So is it the same Dark
good.
Crystal thing that David Bowie was in, the original one?
No, that's Labyrinth.
I thought Dark Crystal. I don't know.
Dark Crystal's different. Labyrinth has David Bowie in it.
Well, I knew Labyrinth did. I thought that for some reason I
is it
thought Dark
prequel?
Crystal.
Oh, it's a prequel. Never mind.
Okay.
All right.
Hi, Chris.
Hey, guys. I think I figured out the other 3 games I would have in a Pinburg bank with Willy Wonka.
Is it
Don't
Jack?
interrupt us when we're
and I
talking
know
over
what I
Chris.
would call it, okay? I just got to get this out because I'm really excited I came up with it. So the other 3 machines, I would include Wildfire,
Why?
Strange Science,
Okay.
and Bally Kiss.
Oh. Why?
And the name of the bank would be Wild Jeans.
We waited for that.
It's glorious. I know. You're
Well, that's-
welcome.
Why don't you just say Wild Stallions like in Bill and Ted?
No.
Yeah, that's true. Can't believe it.
Whoa, what'd I do?
I'm not sure. You got
Oh.
medium points.
I wanted medium points.
I'll take medium points. It's better than small points.
Yomango says bread equals English ramen.
Yes.
English ramen. Is it okay, like, if we talk about medium, small, and large points, can we just call small points bookbinder points?
You're going real hard.
I don't get a chance to pick on Evan all that much on PAPAtv. I'm never really around.
You're going all out, Fred.
You're going
He's
all out.
laughing, though, so it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Evan and I travel together, so it's okay.
So NB says Roller Coaster Tycoon PTSD flashbacks. I was thinking that this does seem a little bit like Roller Coaster Tycoon as well. There's a lot of ramps.
Except this game is good.
A lot of flippers. I'm not saying anything like that.
I did. Roller Coaster Tycoon is just timing out modes. And that's not the designer's fault. I think the ramps and everything are super cool and everything like that. But like a tournament play, just timing out modes, it's boring. And that's not, in my opinion, it's not pinball, but that's how it's played.
I know, but we
Agreed.
had to play it. You gotta give the people what they want to watch.
Watching people time out modes, it's like watching whenever Star Trek first came out.
I don't think we played like that.
Yeah, we don't. We shot shots.
We shoot.
Yeah, you shot dangerous stuff. That's what you do here at PAPAtv.
Not good. Not good. Told you.
Oh.
Told you.
You knew that when it was way up by the
I
flipper,
did,
man.
and I was wiggling. I tried to do something, and I just couldn't get anything. I actually thought I was going to get balls back because it was making noises. So I was like, this is okay. I don't need to, like, slap it.
I want to thank Joe Scaletta with pin butts right there, so he couldn't move the game, and it went down the middle, and he couldn't do anything about it.
In the Twitch stream, Need More Pins says, hi, is it okay to ask how this compares to Dialed In from Jersey Jack Pinball?
It is okay to ask, of course.
This is not a wide body.
Well, neither was Dialed In.
Yeah, they're both Lawler games. They're both a lot of fun. I haven't played this enough to make a decision on which one I'd like more, but
they're both solid.
They both have. If you miss shots, you're in trouble. They both have some tight shots, some great rules.
Both have a kickback on the left.
They're both a lot of fun.
Hopefully, you have it lit. Yeah, I Dialed In. I love Dialed In. When I first played that at Expo the one year, I loved it right at the beginning. And this one, like I said, I played it a few months ago, and I liked it immediately. So
I think Dialed In's a bit more linear than this. When you get a mode started, you kind of have to play it out. And this, you can stack anything you want.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not kind of like, you're not really in jail, but I understand what you're saying. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of things you can do on this game for sure. Pete right now is just flipping and flipping and flipping and flipping and flipping.
I want to start the kid multi-ball, but I can't make the shot.
Well, if you learned how to trap up, Pete, you might be able to do it. Come on, Pete.
I'm sorry, that really got me.
That's okay. Pete doesn't like to trap up, but you're gonna. Is it still lit?
Yeah.
I can't see the light from here.
Actually, no, it's not, so I must have got it.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say I don't see it lit, so.
What happens when you shoot Gobstopper nonstop? Is it harder the second time round?
Oh, wait, something's lit up there.
I didn't notice.
Nice. This game does seem like you can get into a real
through
good
that spinner.
flow.
Yeah, there's a lot of different things you can do. Now, obviously, people think that if you can just keep comboing the ramps, you're going to get a ton of points. Not really.
Is that the scrumdiddlyumptious when you spell that with combos?
I think so. You get a letter towards that?
Yeah, we haven't seen anyone do that yet.
That's like
but-
spelling fragilistic, expialidocious, whatever that is.
Yes.
Yeah, so.
Jackpot.
Oompa Loompas, 22,000 for that jackpot. Pete's at 510,000 right now. So I think this is the highest game that we've had so far on the stream. So congratulations to Pete on his success so far.
Yay!
That Rainbow LED show really
Boo!
gets ya. Oh yeah, Joe Katz, hey. He's answering all the good questions.
Thank you, Joe.
Yeah, it increases difficulty for Gobstopper locks. Hitting the Gobstopper also increases bonus X, 2 hits for 2X, 3 hits for 3X, 4 hits for 4X, etc.
Those lights do not like autofocus, and autofocus does not like all those lights.
I like those lights because they're rainbow.
That's crazy, man.
If you can't see it, what you're missing is me flailing a whole lot.
Wow. You're not missing a ton, Pete. You're at 600,000. Yeah, we're back to single ball play. It looks like.
Be careful.
Oh, nice save.
What's your favorite shot on this game? Anybody? Colin?
I really like that spinner shot, especially when the diverter picks it up and holds it to the upper left flipper for a second.
I like the middle ramp with the upper flipper. It's not a difficult shot. That's another thing about this game. The ramps are easy to make. They're not really super steep, and you can make the ramps fairly easily.
I do like that kind of side ramp with the upper flipper. That feels pretty good. It almost feels like when you're playing Radical and you finally get that waterfall ramp and you're like, ah!
That's a really cool ramp.
That's a real good ramp.
That's a really cool ramp. And what did I see? Lollipops are your favorite candy, James?
Yes.
I used to tell these Savalas.
Dum-Dums? Or what is it?
Yeah, is it Dum Dums or is it like the
Hershey.
Tootsie Roll Pops or what kind, James?
All lollipops.
Bubblegum.
All lollipops. How boring is that?
No, I forgot to put one in for me.
How about a Charmed Blow Pop?
Blow Pops are good.
Those are delicious.
Okay, I need this extra ball.
I don't think they've shrunk in size over the years either. Like most candies have gotten smaller.
That's how
Charmed
you
Blow
do it.
Pops are about the same size.
So Joe's giving us some strategy. He says a good strategy to start with is trying to get to the highest golden bonus level you can reach so it can carry over. So hit Wonka bar ramps and use the Captive Ball Factory tour modes to help build towards Wonka bar counts. And then bonus can be real huge on this game. That's how you get them points.
Yeah, I saw yesterday, I think Jake had a bonus of a couple 100,000, and he basically did nothing during the ball, but he still had you know, a couple 100,000 banked.
That was a really nice ball, Jim. It's a shame that it like grazed the top of the left sling and just kind of like went right out the right with no.
It's
no
brutal.
chance.
Those when they started doing that moonwalk.
So in order to get your golden bonus to carry over, it looks like whenever you have 10, 25, 50, 100, or 200 bars, it'll carry ball to ball.
Oh, nice. And those lights are actually, whenever it shows you, should be these lights right here on the play field. If I'm not mistaken.
Get that captive ball, Jeff. I don't know.
I'm
Shoot
trying.
the good stuff.
What are you going for, Jeff?
I'm going to
Yeah.
try the captive ball. I think I have a kid I can collect.
Collect them kids.
I know. It's such a weird kind of concept.
You know what I'm...
Ooh.
Oh.
That was Fred's geometry. I trusted it from earlier. Remember?
Yeah,
he had
right to the left flip,
diagram?
right to the left flipper, man.
Right there.
Next time it's not going to work that way. The other one of satisfying shots is that captive ball.
I haven't made it yet.
Much easier from the left side.
From the left side, I think it's easier from the right. I haven't been able to hit it from the left
Do you
side
mean
at all.
captive ball or gobstopper?
Captive ball.
The captive ball?
Yep.
From the
this,
left
this
side?
post is mean.
Yeah, it has to go back there pretty far, too.
I think the right side would be better. But no.
I had better luck with the left side. But
You are the pro. I am not.
Oh, please. Mileage may vary.
I think that was good.
I love that sound when he's like dialing in the TV, when he's in the Mike TV room. There it is again.
Wonka vision. I keep on thinking you're talking about Simpsons and like what TV mode?
No.
No.
I know nothing about The Simpsons. I've seen one episode of Simpsons in my entire life.
Wow. You're really missing out.
I know people tell me that all the time.
I could have saved that one.
The
Still
slings
nice
on this
ball,
the
Jeff.
slings on this game kind of remind me of Iron Man because they're
Slings are
kind of like
mean.
they're not real powerful, but once they get in there, they end up screwing you either way.
I think if I stare at the gobstopper too long, it just like mesmerizes me because it's always spinning.
You need candy.
Yeah, candy.
Candy. What am I doing? I can collect kids by hitting that captive ball. That's probably important.
Get some kids. How many
Jerry.
kids do you need for Kid Multi-Ball?
Just one.
Just the one.
Wow.
But it's not going to be lucrative.
Because the more kids you have, the better.
Correct.
Does that correspond with balls?
Maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know. Jared Stevens in the chat room says he can't wait for Minberg.
Me neither. It's fun.
That's sold out in 10 seconds.
Oh no!
Oh!
It's
I thought hitting that collected my
He
kids
used-
so I can just hit the orbit and it
And
How
then Gene
much
Wilder
did it
tells you
subtract?
differently. You lose. Good day, sir.
so this is it's kind of cool. I think that when you tilt, it subtracts points.
I like how it just shows you how many points you lost on the screen. That, to me, is
It's like
my favorite part.
You get negative nothing.
Negative nothing.
This game does have achievements you can earn that'll give you, I believe, points. And as far as I know, one of them is getting a double danger or using both of your tilt warnings.
Really?
I've heard Lewis Bevins mention that it's one of his dreams to win a match on the last ball by double dangering and getting the points from that.
Nice. I definitely want to see someone get that secret multi-ball.
All right, James Coons holding his own here with 441,000.
I have a.
So you're
I have a
saying there's a
chance.
chance?
Well, I should be able to plunge for a mode with a Super X5X, I think,
Wow.
is what it's saying on the backglass.
I would believe it if
You
it's
actually sound like you
saying
know
it.
what you're talking about.
I don't know.
You don't. That's right.
Go, producer Jim.
I'm calling your bluff.
Skill shot for the win.
Come on, plunge better, Coons. There it is, maybe. Oh, no. And he missed the upper ramp. Fail on multiple levels.
What?
He did. He missed everything.
You can page through the entire status report and earn a coin for the gumball machine. Wow.
So he has 2 super locks lit right now, folks.
And a mode.
And a
Super
mode.
locks.
There goes his medium points. Medium points could be Jake call a J check. Evan is small points. Jake is medium points.
Who's big?
I'm big points.
That's what I thought.
That's right. John Replical could be big points too.
Yeah. He's like the Sasquatch in Whitewater.
I'm actually a tad taller than John.
I never noticed.
I'm a tad taller. But he can, like, you know, he'll beat me with his plunger as Al the Plumber and take me out. So he's a bigger and badder man.
Let Charles 07 says, "Can my points go negative, and can I still match if so? If he gets subtracted points from tilting?" I don't know if your points can go negative.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. That sounds strange. But you don't get to play Final Jeopardy.
Unless of course,
says.
unless of course you're on Celebrity Jeopardy where everybody's in the negatives, and then nobody wins because Final Jeopardy is glorious on that show.
Nobody wins. Did you know you could watch Jeopardy on Netflix?
What,
you could just
the
watch
actual
all.
show?
Yeah, you could watch all of them.
I wouldn't do that.
I would.
It would just teach me how stupid I am.
You might surprise yourself.
No, I know questions about sports.
Oompa's
and
there.
pinball.
Super Lock is there. Kid Multi-Ball's lit.
If that super lock is lit,
Get that.
you need to get that.
Everything's lit. Wow, look at all those triangles.
So you want to shoot to that upper flipper, then shoot the center ramp. Don't screw it up. All right,
this
now.
is real early.
Early. Oh, that one might have been it. Come on, James.
I believe in you. Ooh.
We're going to be quiet here. It's like a golf match. Oh, my goodness. What a save.
Okay.
Diverter.
Get it.
And there
There
goes
we go.
Wonkavator multi-ball by James Cruz, our
That's what I
producer.
wanted to see. There
There
it
it
is.
is.
Let's look at the animation. It's so cool.
I don't know if the pressure's enough. I don't know if we'll make it through. Through what?
The book for the glass
The Great Glass Elevator
is a trip.
I used to get read to that when I was in grade school back in the 50s.
Oh, Joe Katz was helping us out. So you don't actually lose points. It's just telling you what you would have earned if you didn't tilt.
Correct. It's mocking you.
I messed up. I'm
No,
sorry.
you're fine, Free. You're not wrong. What is falling from the sky there? Is that just candy? That's Wonka bars.
Wonka bars.
It's raining Wonka bars. Do you have any multipliers running right now?
I
No, it
don't.
doesn't look like it.
Ooh, look at these jackpots. Everyone's quiet and watching you. You're amazing.
Thanks, Pete.
Target's completed.
Oh, no.
It's okay.
I'm sorry. I don't want to put the pressure on, but that
All right,
was
let's
awesome.
see where we're at.
What more do you want? You want to get the wizard mode. You're being greedy, no.
Yeah, I have no idea.
All right, just shoot the flashing, that strobing shot at the top.
I'll take Oompa Loompa
Diverter.
Multi-Ball.
This is going to give me some value here. You could.
Oh,
Doesn't matter.
okay. That made me nervous.
James is confident. He's like, it doesn't matter.
Way to play it cool. I would have freaked out.
You were like, no.
Yeah, well, because it's like, when you're playing Star Trek and you don't realize the rescue's lit, and then you're just like, oh, it's going out the left. Look at all these rainbow LEDs.
I know. The whole game is lit up right now.
Jersey Jack really outdoes themselves with rainbow. It's so good.
That's a lot of lights.
Fun fact, rainbow is my favorite color.
Oh.
Oompa Loompa Odyssey, James gets 170,000 points. For a very short period of time, he made a lot of points. Augustus, my dear boy.
So that underneath the Wonka bar that's like flashing,
it.
that's the bonus, right? Counting?
Yeah, there are the lights, on the left side there, yeah. So 72,000.
Oh, I don't know who this guy is.
Is that a CGI, PD? It looks so realistic.
That is real PD. What's he gonna put in here?
Yeah, it's like real strange.
Happy Gilmore?
Happy holidays.
Happy B-Day. Who is that? For Belcito?
Whose birthday?
Belcito's birthday's today.
Oh.
I
Mr.
was trying to
Belcito.
steal his picture, but you know, you get like with the other. Oh, that's a great picture. Love it. Love it.
You're so fast. You're just quick like a bunny.
Sure. All right, I'm going to go play a game.
Yeah, does anyone let me play? I would love to play a game.
Get my Pindigo score here.
All those letters that he had to use, and he just goes with the standard 3.
Yeah, of course, classic. Who's playing?
But this game is not a classic. Well, you be player 1, and then we'll find out the rest.
We going to run an ad before we start?
Nope, go.
No? We're going to start? No ad? Yeah, I think we're going to do an ad before we start. Pete?
Apparently we are. So hang loose.
We're going to hang tight for a second here, get one of our words from one of our sponsors.
Pindigo. Pindigo is the premier social score tracking app for pinball players. Save your scores, follow your friends, compare and compete. Available on iOS and Android. Check it out online at pindigo.app. James is going to take that score that he just had and put it into the app. Here's the list of the most active users and the trending machines, and you can see
What's
Wonka.
number 2?
Wonka at number 2.
Already.
Joining the rankings in the latest update. Batman 66 with a huge jump in the rankings as well.
Fantastic. Ready to go, or are we still waiting?
We're ready to go.
All right. Tia
Show
Roberts
us-
in the booth
Go
over
Fred.
Show us what all you learned.
there. Well, first, welcome Tia to the booth.
I was getting there.
Well, I got there before you did.
That's fine.
So what am I doing? What do you want me to shoot for, guys?
Yeah, do something.
Do something?
Whatever
Do
make
something.
whatever will get you more points than James.
All right, I'm going to see if I can beat
Do
James'
something
score.
skillful.
Something skillful. That's never been like equated with my name ever. So let's try a super skill shot. I missed. Nope. Not going to get it. Oh, well. I failed. I lose. Good
You
day,
get 2
sir.
more chances.
Good
3
day,
if you
sir.
can get an extra ball.
That wasn't very smart. There goes my ball.
Now,
Oh, wait
yeah,
a minute. Hold
now,
on. I got a ball save.
It does appear that they have programmed in a ball save if the kickback fails or puts the ball right back out of play. It does seem that they have that programmed in, which is nice. The Baywatch ball save. I can't think of a game that had it before then.
I got a golden ticket. Oh, I missed. Missed again.
See, this is the nice thing when Fred's playing. We don't even have to talk. He'll just talk the whole way
I'll just
through
keep
it.
on talking. Yeah, doesn't matter. I play better when I'm distracted.
And the players that are playing against you love it.
That's fine. All right, we'll try this. Nope. Oh, I did maybe get it. Did I? I got it the unconventional way.
And there goes Fred's bubblehead.
There's my bubble head. Sweet. Coming right down the middle. All right. Uh-oh. All right.
Okay, so he's got a board lit up in the computer.
Get
He's
it up
got
there.
his
All right.
the hold bonus 6.
Uh-oh. Oh, I got the captive ball with that upper shot. That was kind of unique.
That kind of feels good when you do that on like this and on.
Yeah, it's kind of gratifying. I agree.
It's like when it's not a shot you expect to work, but it does sometimes.
Oh, there's a backhand.
Iron Maiden can do that as well.
Ball 2. terrible shot. There it goes.
Now, how many games of? You said you had 4 hours worth of games on this,
About
so we should expect
4 hours yesterday.
So we should expect great things from you.
Listen, hold on. Jake and I were playing yesterday, and what we were doing yesterday does not qualify as good pinball.
Well, Jacob's already proven that, but now it's your turn.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to. That's going to be gone. Oh. Oh, that should have been gone. Oh, my. All right, what should I shoot for here? I'm going to go for this first.
Interesting comment in the chat. John Tracy, can't wait for JJP's Toy Story. The music alone would be amazing. Now, I don't normally keep up on rumors. Is that an actual rumor that's out there?
I think that would be a phenomenal title.
That would be cool. You wouldn't have to put in the music. I know somebody that would be a big fan of a Randy Newman machine.
He has such great music.
One of the best.
Such great music. And so many different types of movies.
And Evan's theme song, Short People.
Whoa.
Oh.
Yeah, I can even bash him from in the producer's seat.
That's all of our theme song. Nobody wants to be tall.
I love it. That's bad. Oh.
But yeah, while I was playing, you guys were talking about setting this game up for Pinburg, and yeah, we will make it so that it's playable, but not going to take all day. So that purse will definitely be gone, and there won't be any ball saves and
yeah, this was
extra
definitely
balls.
a little more forgiving
All right,
than
player
I'm used
two,
to
Priyanka.
around here.
You got a simple goal. Just beat Fred.
Just beat Fred. All right.
Okay, got it in control. Now we're going to go from there around that center loop. I mean, it helps you when you miss that shot, but it's still very risky going into those pop bumpers and coming out on that left side there.
I think it seems almost worse if it doesn't hit the pop bumpers. It kind of straight
yeah.
down there. So if it's coming that way, you might want to try and shake it a little bit and get
The
some action.
fastball loop. Now, that was kind of a cool shot. Yeah.
I didn't mean to do that.
It looks neat, though. You didn't mean to do that either.
Well, I knew it was going to go down.
All right. Player 3 will be Rob Sneed.
All right, is there anything I should go for here?
I was going to ask you, what are you going to...
You tell us. What do you want to do?
Yeah.
I guess I'm going to go for kids because I didn't pull it off last time.
Okay.
This is going to be such an exciting day.
Hello, Greg and Balto. Good to see you joining us tonight. Once again, we want to thank Jersey Jack for getting us this game so that early, so that we actually have a chance to stream it before
Everybody's
Pinburg.
just sitting around waiting to play in anticipation. It's fun.
It's getting out on locations. You see a lot of people rushing out to play it and posting their opinions. Wow, that was kind of interesting. Wonka Wash Frenzy. It was interesting seeing Rob's 14 and bubbles backwards there.
So you have one kid?
I think he has one kid lit. There he goes, and he collected it right there.
And there's Augustus, which will give him Kid Multi-Ball. Where are we streaming from? Good question, Needle More Pins. We are in a secret candy factory outside of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Thank you for joining us tonight. While you can't see it, over on the shelves, there's a bunch of Pixie Sticks, M&Ms, Gobstoppers. All of Tia's favorites are
All of
just
them.
Bean Boozled.
tucked away.
I'm actually looking forward to the end of this broadcast at this point.
We actually got rid of the Bean Boozled after that episode.
I think those are still floating around here somewhere.
In all seriousness, we're at
keep trying to
the
get rid of 'em.
home of the Replay Foundation. All of these games in this building will be making their way to Replay FX
There's-
4 weeks away.
There are a few Wonka bars.
Have either of you ever had a Wonka bar?
I have.
Probably have it at some point.
I know.
I honestly, I think I have had every
when the
candy.
when the remake of the movie came out, Toys R Us had a bunch of Wonka bars that came in for promotion of the movie, and many of my breaks were a Mountain Dew and a Wonka bar.
If I had one, it was probably back when Blockbuster was still a thing. So
Blockbuster. Joe asking about Papa 21 in 2020. There are discussions about how that they can make it happen. I won't say yes and I won't say no yet. It's definitely something that's on our minds, but right now our biggest focus is 4 weeks away.
One step at a time,
Yep.
or two.
Then after that, we got the Pittsburgh Pinball Open to worry about. And never stops around here.
Someone in the chat said they had the Wonka bars that are like crunch bars. Is that the one you had, Colin?
I think so. It sounds familiar.
They well, it wasn't like a traditional rice crunch. I think it was like graham cracker crunch.
Ooh. Oh, I do remember. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay. It's all coming back to me now. I remember those. They still make that kind of?
I haven't seen them
don't know.
anywhere.
Right.
While I was playing, I actually went out and looked, and Etsy, you could find some. I don't know if they were actual candy bars or just like novelty items.
Here we go, Loompa.
Yeah, I think.
And somebody else had some of them, but I can't imagine how old they'd be and if you'd really want to eat them.
Yummo.
I think we all miss Papa.
That's just one less thing I have to do this year.
More time for candy bars. All right, what are you thinking, Fred?
What am I
Going to
thinking?
the
What's the
elevator?
question? Elevator? Wonkavator?
Yeah.
I'm just going to keep on shooting shots.
All right.
Now, you see, Fred is taking a much more controlled approach than I ever do. He's keeping one ball under control there on the right flipper and doing all his damage with the left.
That would have been bad.
Can you,
Big request for the
now
Harry
mind
Potter
blanking on the
pinball
term,
and
when you flip the upper flipper
the
without flipping the lower flipper.
Staging.
Stage, that's the word I was going for. Can you do it on this?
I don't know.
Well, here's your chance. Go and see if you can drop the, yes, you can.
And, ugh.
This game feels so Lawler in
That's
that like
gone.
a missed shot and you're fighting to get control.
You're doomed.
So many times from the missed chair shot on Adam's Family to missing the slot machine just to the left on Twilight Zone, and
keep on
recovery
missing.
skills are something you will get very quickly on Pat Lawler games, and this seems no different.
Goodbye. It gets into those slings, man. It's bad news. Post rubber or no post rubber. Doesn't matter. Come on, Pre.
Now, Fred had the hold bonus from his first ball, and I got the 4X again. Very nice. Needle more pins. Yes, the Wonka bar was actually real chocolate. It it had graham cracker pieces in it, and now this was the Wonka bar from when the remake of the movie was released. I wasn't old enough to be around when the original was.
No.
Actually, strange story that
I
I
don't
probably
believe it.
shouldn't tell, but I'm going to anyway. Virginia's mom went into labor while they were watching Willy Wonka, and that's why she's so sweet. Yes, I saved
Wow.
it. Saved it.
Wow.
I have a similar story
Okay.
with myself, but it was for the movie Aliens. That might explain more.
Well played, sir. Well played. Okay, Rob, we have a request in the chat for somebody else to do a tilt. I'll leave it up to you if you want to be the man to do it.
Okay. I'm not going to do it right away. but-
Right, when you drain. Need more pins also saying hopefully lots of people on the Pinburg wait list can get in. The wait list was so huge right out of the gate that it was shut off almost immediately. But even if you're close on the wait list, like maybe the first,
There you go.
geez, 5 or 10, maybe you take a shot. But if you're even in the hundreds or 200s, there's no way you're going to make Replay be part of Pinburg, but still come out to Replay FX. 4 days of great action, pinball, video games. You can still take part in the Intergalactic. Root your friends on.
All of
Hey,
these
Jake
things.
made a skill shot.
We'll be there to do all of them. But definitely, even if you're stuck wondering if you can get in or not, you should come out anyway. I can't wait. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, you're doing double duty this year,
Double
both
duty.
a tournament director and a tech.
And definitely squeezing in some fun along the way somewhere.
You gonna play in WIPT?
No. Nope. I decided to just concentrate on
No candy for Jake.
Only hurts for a little bit.
We have a notice from the chat room, Fred, saying only authorized Oompa Loompas are allowed to nudge. So,
I'm authorized.
all right.
Tilt it out? I'm not tilting anything out. You couldn't hear James, our producer, telling me to tilt, but I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, Rob already did it, so.
I gotta get my ball safe. Okay, so I have no letters in gum, so I'm going to go for that shot, which I missed horribly, and my ball's going to go bye-byes right here. Oof. Doop-a-doo-doo. Super Jets, yay! Super Lock. All right, let's see if I can get this.
Super X, 4X going as well.
Right there.
Well, those super locks, they become so valuable. It's almost like
Oh, Magda just saves me.
a ball or a lock stealing game. When two are there, you better get the third. As you saw, James got it and put it to good use in the last game.
All right, so Kid Multi-Ball is lit.
Yep, there's the super lock, as we mentioned.
I missed horribly.
But it still said excellent shot.
Did it?
Yeah.
That's my
Must like.
my normal not looking at the backglass and/or TV screen.
There's some interesting talk about the original sponsor of the movie in the chat right now. I don't know. If this,
Yeah, go ahead, read it.
Quaker originally gave them $3 million to make the movie around the same time that they were going to release
Oh,
the
I hit it.
original Wonka bar. But then the bar had to be recalled.
All right, extra ball lit for Fred.
I'm gonna
What is
choke.
this? This
It's
is
going
his last
bye-byes.
ball, so-
I told you it was going bye-byes.
That wasn't
No comment.
necessary.
So let's just say Evan Bookbinder didn't come close to scoring as many points as I did, so he can tilt away all my bonus because I still win.
Nope. That really wasn't necessary. I mean,
Rude. Illegal move. Eviction.
We seriously need to work on the security around here. Jersey Jack gave us this beautiful
I know.
game to
We normally
display, and we have
better-
midgets running around shaking it.
Better stormtroopers.
I did. Producer James saying he's an official Oompa Loompa and is entitled to do it, but I don't see him in costume, so I'm gonna disagree with this one. However, if Evan comes to Replay FX, yeah, that drained. Hopefully, he will have the Oompa Loompa costume.
Petey, there's a question in chat about the official name for the hex lights surrounding the magnets. Do you know the answer?
I do not know the answer. Maybe Joe Katz could help us in with that. I don't know.
Have we seen these on any other games?
I can't think of any.
Maybe Joe can help. And thanks for letting us.
Well, Joe's heading off now. Thanks for the stream, guys. Hope you're enjoying the game. We are. Can't wait to see you at Pinburg. I mean, well, we keep talking about Pinburg and Replay FX as it is our big thing, but if you ever see programmers or designers at shows, they attend many of them, be sure to thank them for all their hard work that they put into these great games.
And your friendly tournament director. And especially the techs.
All right, so this is going to be our last game of the night. So, and is that how it's going to end? Please don't let it end like that. Please. Wait.
Oh no.
Yes, that's how it's going to end. And Jake ends up in third place, but he gets a match. We'll get the match animation.
Yay.
These animations
So,
are rad.
Look over to the producer real quickly. Have we gone over the upcoming episodes? Yeah, look at that. I'm on the ball. Next week is Minberg. This is where we will do a test run of the Pinburg Finals. We'll be doing 4 games, an actual Pinburg bank, and you'll see what the production will be like for Pinburg Intergalactic and WIPT happening August 3rd and 4th. Traditionally, we've done the semifinal and final rounds of Pinburg, plus great coverage of Intergalactic and the finals of Whipped. Be sure to watch the Papa website for a full schedule of all the events that will be going on. Then we'll take a couple weeks off to recover, and we'll be back on August 13th for Blackout, Warlock, and Stellar Wars. Hopefully you'll join us next week as I attempt to defend my Minberg title. Since I can't win Pinburg, I can go for something a little bit smaller. But hey, I beat Chris Stevens last year, so I mean, that's a worthwhile win. There's an Oompa Loompa behind us. That's very disturbing. Thank you to Evan and James for producing tonight. Colin and Tia joining me in the booth. Fred for running out and getting this game. And thank you to Jersey Jack for putting together a beautiful game and getting it to us so that we could stream it for you tonight. For everyone on PAPAtv, thank you very much. Have a great evening.